just a tourist to you. I'm feeling the heat up, kinda missing the cold. You're saying you'll visit Toronto if I even make it home. Don't know if I'm staying or waiting until I go broke. At least till this view gets old. Ooh, we climb back down into your room. No, we've ran out of things we could do. But God, if you're asking me to, oh, I hope you know that I'd stay. Cancel my flights, change everything just to be in your life. Homesick, but I leave it behind to be with you night after night after night. Every night until you look back at me and have that same look in your eye. Holding me close and say you'll come with me. Oh, 'cause I'd stay. Cancel my flights, change everything just to be in your life. Homesick, but I leave it behind to be with you night after night after night. I'd stay. Cancel my flights, change everything just to be in your life. Homesick, but I leave it behind to be with you night after night. Oh, I'd unpack my bags if you wanted me to, but I'm just a tourist to you.
I gave you everything you wanted. You left me feeling like an option. You said you'd never break a promise, but this ain't what I wanted. I'm just being honest. You leave me in the dark, then come back with a spark, acting like it's okay somehow. It's tearing me apart. You say you'll treat the scar, but always try to find your way out. Oh my God, thought it was over, then you broke. My fault, fought for forever, got a couple months. Want someone better, baby, good luck, have fun. 'Cause I was playing to lose while you were changing the rules. I hope he's fine with the truth, but for now, baby, good luck, have fun. I gave you anything you needed and never asked you for a reason. You're self-obsessed, you never even see how I'm staring at the ceiling. Ask me how I'm doing, never focus on the feeling. You leave me in the dark, then come back with a spark, acting like it's okay somehow. It's tearing me apart. You say you'll treat the scar, but always try to find your way out. Oh my God, thought it was over, then you broke. My fault, fought for forever, got a couple months. Want someone better, baby, good luck, have fun. 'Cause I was playing to lose while you were changing the rules. I hope he's fine with the truth, but for now, baby, good luck, have fun. Oh my God, I thought it was everything you broke. My fault, fought for forever, got a couple months. Want someone better, baby, good luck, have fun. 'Cause I was playing to lose while you were changing the rules. I hope he's fine with the truth, but for now, baby, good luck, have fun.
She'll probably leave me when she goes off to college. She'll find a guy who says she looks better braless. Probably named Brian or Chad. It doesn't really matter. I'm still fucking sad, 'cause I know I smell bad and talk a lot. Our first date was a McDonald's parking lot. I said I loved you first to put you in an awkward spot. I'm telling everybody else because they all
happens when you leave this town? We'll figure it out. What happens when the time runs out and I'm stuck on a couch? We did pills at the beach, the time you stayed my seat, it never came out. It's over when I blink, your name's under my sink in permanent ink.
Your dad said I'm a pussy and that I dress gay. Gaslight my doctor about my chest pain. One thing about me, I got nothing to lose. Well, other than you. Cause I know I smell bad and talk a lot. Our last date was a McDonald's parking lot. I said I loved you there, you probably must have just forgot. I hope you find someone who sucks.
What happens when you leave this town? We'll figure it out. What happens when the time runs out and I'm stuck on a couch? We did pills at the beach, the time you stayed my seat, it never came out. It's over when I blink, your name's under my sink in permanent ink.
Hi, welcome to Sentinels. How can I help you? Would you like that medium or large?
Yeah, I guess so.
And what drink would you like with that? Would you like anything else? Do you want that in small, medium, or large? Unfortunately, the ice cream machine isn't working right now. First window, please. Thank you.
Tell me right now if you're awake. I just wanna know if you're down to run away. I just wanna hold you, maybe every day, maybe every day. Oh, say you wanna stay. Need someone to talk to. You've been up in my mind, hope you come through. Hope you tell me that you're mine, I just want you. I don't wanna play pretend, we can't undo, but we can do it all again. Never thought I had the time, but lately I've been trying to find a way away from this lane. I find myself drifting, trying to get by. I can feel it in my blood, got that certain type of love for you. I just hope you feel the same too. Tell me right now if you're awake. I just wanna know if you're down to run away. I just wanna hold you, maybe every day, maybe every day. Oh, say you wanna stay.
Yeah, I don't want to turn back. Stay on the same track. Yeah, we've been dealing with problems, but we can solve them if you don't hold back. Maybe we hide away, pack my things and leave today. Yeah, we search for another place where we can let ourselves fade away. Your memories I can never get away from. I know you feel the same way, but never.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the AdoVAL First Show Match Invitational. My name is Kana. I'm going to be one of your casters for today, and I'm casting alongside.
G-Sun is my name I go by in this scene, so I'm also going to be casting, and I'm hosting this event. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So, I'm going to be totally honest. I definitely haven't played Valorant super much recently. I have been watching a lot of it, though, because I love everything. It's so much fun. But I'm here. It's going to be fun. I promise I'll do a good job. I swear. It'll be so good. I think my last peak rank was Bronze 2.
Bronze 2, not bad. Not bad. Some of these Bronze 2s are pretty good. So for me, my background in Val, I've been playing just basic, not since beta, right after the beta was released. It was close, yeah.
It counts.
I was peak Ascendant 3, never quite made it to Immortal, lost my Immortal rank up like 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. It's okay. And that after 3 times, 4 times, you realize it wasn't meant for me. You know what I mean? It's just not. It wasn't meant for me. So now I'm in the casting, analyzing, broadcasting game. I love Valorant. I love going to VCT. I'm a big fan of pro teams and pro play, and I follow VCT really closely. Make sure you root for DRX and VCT Seoul right now. But yeah, so why don't we go ahead and take a look at our teams today?
Humans, what have you learned? I was programmed to beat you.
I'm Honey Green Tea.
Son.
Oh, HoneyJR. No. I'm Honey Green Tea. HoneyGree. No, okay, wait, I'm sorry. I don't like cameras, you can tell. I do not like cameras. I'm super excited. AdoVAL is a community that I've been a part of for a little bit, and so it's really cool to be doing an event like this where we can just have fun with our friends, you know? And for me, I'm super excited because this is like my first real chance to IGL and kind of learn how to shot call and how to lead a team. So I'm super excited for that. I'm really excited for the people on my team. I think that we have great synergy together. So that'll be really cool. And I'm excited to play the other team. I'm a bit nervous because specifically my cousin Crystal is really good. And so I'll definitely be keeping an eye out for her and we'll try to target her, honestly. Do I think we're gonna win? I think we can win. I'm pretty confident we can win. I would say it's gonna be like a 60-40, 60% us, 40% them.
All right, and we're back from that great introduction of the players. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about this event?
So AdoVAL comes from the community that it started with, which is AdoBoys. So AdoBoys is a community that is a ton of people who play games together, and it's super fun. Everybody's so welcoming. And this is essentially an extension of that, a branch of it in which everybody comes together and they specifically play competitive Valorant. And now you just saw all of the teams and what everybody kind of looks like and how they kind of play. So let's go into that more.
Yeah, so we see the 2 teams we have here today. We have Low Elo Sentinels, led by Caitlin or Honey Green Tea. I apologize, that's their name. And the other team, Palabok Paladins, who is led by Jay, who let me get this on the books, is my brother. So my brother is leading one of the teams, and Caitlin, our Honey Green Tea, is leading the other team, and who's also my very good friend, and my girlfriend is also on that team. So, you know, I have biases in both directions, but I know, one thing I know for sure is that we're going to have a great game on our hands.
It's going to be so much fun. I'm honestly really excited because I've watched these people play and I've played with these people play, and it's so fascinating to watch from this perspective as well. Because obviously you watch your friends and it's so casual, but right now it's like now they're going to play in a competitive way and they're going to treat it like a competitive game. But they've also played with each other. So they know how they work. They kind of have a vibe for what they want from each other and from their own team. And it's going to be so much fun. I'm really excited.
That is absolutely correct. I could not agree more. When we're looking at these two teams, when I see team Palabok Paladins, what I know about these players is they are aggressive. They're the kind of players that get in there. They're the kind of players that are going to take fights. They're going to move quickly like a swarm of bees, and they're going to mid round. I know I personally am an IGL, and so I've worked with IGLing for both of the teams. And I know that one of the strengths of the IGL on team Palabok Paladins, which is Jay, is mid-rounding. He's quick thinking when it comes to, okay, this plan didn't work. What can we do next? That's what that team is excellent at. And the other team, Low Elo Sentinels, they have a lot of experience on their hand. They have two of the most experienced players with Sharon and Caitlyn.
Yeah.
Both of those players have played a ton. They know their roles inside and out. That team is all about composure and slow play and finding the gaps and finding these small, intricate strategies and getting into the mind of their opponents. That team is one I'm looking out for to be the more slow and controlled style, right? And so the question is, can they counter the aggression of Palabok Paladins?
I think it's going to be really interesting, especially because, like he was saying, like the Palabok Paladins are so fast. They're so explosive in their play style, and they've almost always been that way, it feels like, which is so scary for me because I was never really good at dealing with that. So it's going to be so interesting to watch a team like Low Elo Sentinels kind of figure out how they want to work with that and how they take their play style, which is more composed, a little bit slower, very tactical and precise in their steps, deal with something that is quite literally their complete opposite.
100%.
It's going to be so fun.
I could
love
not
it.
agree more. What I'm hearing is that the teams are now ready to map pick. Okay, so we're gonna go right into the map picks and bans. Let's go.
I'm excited.
Okay, so it seems that Low Elo Sentinels gets the first pick here.
They won the coin toss.
They won the coin toss, and Abyss
No,
first ban
I'm
out
sad.
of the thing. I mean, they probably didn't want to play the new maps.
Sunset
again with the new maps.
Come on, I wanted it to be fun.
My goodness.
Ooh.
Oh, Icebox is the first pick from Low Elo Sentinels.
I do love
like
Icebox,
that.
so
And
I'm
then
excited.
Ascent coming in for Palabok
Always a
Paladins.
classic.
These two maps, very, very classic maps.
No
People know them.
bind?
Bind banned out. Oh my.
No, now I'm sad. Bind is such a fun map.
Lotus banned, and our final map is going to be at Haven, another one of those
Wow,
classic
very
maps.
comfortable.
Yeah,
Very
it seems like
comfy.
they wanted to stay on the more comfortable maps here. All three of the newest maps out of the pool instantly.
All gone, which
So-
makes me so sad because I
Yeah.
love to see that stuff, but
Yeah,
you
would've
take
been
what you
nice to
can.
see. You take what you can. So I think what I'm looking to see is on Icebox. I think we're gonna see this difference in playstyle at its best.
absolutely.
Right?
Oh, so
Icebox is
fun.
one of those maps where you can default it hard and have people slow work mid. The lurks
Mm-hmm.
from Killjoys usually is the normal pick on that map, as well as people just saying, all right, we're slamming A, we're slamming A, we're slamming B, we're slamming A, right? And so it's just over and over, fast aggression, and I believe that might be the case from the Palabok Paladins here, but yeah. So without further ado, I think we can get right into the action here.
It's time. It's gonna be so much fun.
Map 1, can we get that? Is that up and ready? All right. So I guess the game is not currently ready.
We can just keep talking.
Yeah. So
I love this.
Unfortunately, the teams are not ready to go. We're gonna get them set up in a second, but yeah.
I think it's gonna be really fun to see this map pool though,
second,
just
okay.
because, like, at least for me, I've spent so much time watching these people, and again, we're going back to comfortable maps, so it's going to be really interesting just because, so I've seen these maps before, but are they going to play differently because we know that they've all played these maps probably with each other, against each other, however you want to call that. They've played them before. So will anything change? I'm hoping it will because I want to see something new out of the people that I've seen play for so long, but I guess we'll see. Obviously, we're kind of playing like a coin toss. We're playing a 50-50 game. Like, are you going to stick to what we think you know, or are you going to try something new that we've never seen from you before?
Right. And I think Icebox is going to be a real clear sign on these maps of the difference in playstyles again. And I think we're going to see it in the comps too.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing from talking to both of these teams is the Palabok Paladins, they're playing their comfort picks. They're playing what feels comfortable for them, a lot of one tricks. The other opposing team, Low Elo Sentinels, are much more likely to be standard meta picks, stuff like that, right? The more standard comps. So yeah, I think we can start to get right into it.
Okay, straight into Icebox we go.
Okay.
Into Agent Select, let's see.
Agent Select, okay. Shortcake with the Gecko. Not too surprising.
It's about what I thought was going to happen, but you never know.
Right.
Sometimes it comes out random. Okay? I'm seeing something interesting out of Jay, hypothetically. Nothing for sure
Reyna
yet.
Pick. Oh my goodness. Okay. And so the Viper is going to be locked here for the side of
we have a Reyna on
Low Elo Sentinels, and their comp is ready. These guys on the side of Low Elo Sentinels, they know their comp. They've drilled it in.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're all locked in and ready, whereas it looks like Palabok Paladins still deciding. Ooh,
kind of figuring out what we're feeling.
Are we going to get a double duelist set up here?
I do hope so, because if you're going to take Bind away from me, you have to give me a double duelist gameplay. Come on. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. I'm hoping for something new, because I haven't seen double duelist in a long time, but obviously we'll see. Because it looks like Low Elo Sentinels kind of had it on lock. They knew what they wanted. They knew what they were kind of feeling, but it seems like Palabok Paladins wanted just, like, they're just thinking about it for a little bit, which makes sense. I would also want to marinate in my team, but we'll see. Because we have hopes, so we'll see.
And again, the unique picks from Palabok Paladins. Fade.
Always.
Fade is a very unique pick on this map. Very common to play. More like the side of Low Elo Sentinels, which is Gecko and Sova. And yeah, it seems that they're locking these picks in. And we are going to see a Reyna head-to-head. And
I'm excited.
Love to see it. But from what I'm seeing from these teams is they play Reyna very differently.
They do.
They do. And Neshi on the Reyna here, he's going to be that hard entry. That guy that's looking to get in, be a body, get traded out, get one, get out, done.
Absolutely.
Right? Versus Jay, leading his team, is going to probably be a little bit more careful.
Definitely.
A little bit more cautious. Because he is the IGL of the team.
Yeah.
You don't want him to get out of the game too quickly. Although some people say that when you die first as an IGL, that's when you get strongest, right? Because then you can just micromanage the rest of the team for the rest of the round.
That could definitely be true. But it's like you never really know, at least in my opinion, especially with a Reyna player, because I've done my time with Reyna players and now I'm just afraid of them. So it's just one of those things where I never really know what to expect, because I've seen both of these.
Tell him.
I've seen both of these guys. I've seen Jay and Neshi both play Arena, but it's one of those things that it's like, we'll see. I don't want to act like I know, just in case they change my mind, because you really don't know what you're gonna get around this time. Seeing a Sage is gonna be pretty interesting. I feel like it's been a while, but we're about to go into our first round. This is really exciting. It's gonna be so much fun. Spreading out just a little bit. Everybody's taking positions, kind of getting their ground. Oh, I've always loved that melee.
Which one? The Gaia?
The Gaia. It's so beautiful.
That one is great.
I almost bought it, and then I told myself, no, I don't need it.
Right. And it looks like we might be seeing some technical difficulties coming in.
Potentially.
Yeah, so as it stands right now, we're just gonna stall a little bit. It seems like
we're just gonna hang out.
The game hasn't started. They're taking a pause, I think, for technical difficulties on the broadcast side. It looks like the round has actually started, and they're gonna be a strong push into A.
We're seeing a push into A and B. We're seeing a split.
Okay, yeah. Look at this lurk out from the.
Okay. Well, the turret had vision, but Nichols is taking his way all the way around, kind of just being patient with it. You don't need the contact yet. You still have over a minute left in the round.
And that's a hard rotate by Low Elo Sentinels to be. Very smart, very smart. Get right into it, and
it's an interesting start from them, given what we know, because we were just talking about being tactical and being a little bit slower, and while they were a little hesitant at the beginning, to full push B and get your plant down right now with probably a whole minute to spare is pretty good. Like, this is really exciting.
And
we're just kind of
it looks like the bodies are dropping from the side of...
We're seeing him go.
And a big pick from Sojay.
Huge.
clearing the front side. Now it's all about trying to get this retake down.
Okay. Well, it's a 1v4, and I won't say it's entirely impossible because you never know.
And there it is. First round to low elo Sentinels.
Yeah.
You know, Sentinels' actual team, this is what they're good at. They're good at playing lots of mid-roundings, aggressive quick switches, so that's an impressive mid-round by the side of low elo Sentinels, which I can only assume comes from their leader, Honey Green Tea.
Honey Green Tea is so fun to watch IGL, even in just the way that her players play, because you can tell her influence on them just by the way certain things change. Like a fast switch from A to B, like you have to have that planned and you have to have full faith in your IGL to give yourself that grace and be like, okay, we need to go now.
Right.
Especially in round one when you never know who's ready for what. So
Yes.
I thought it was so fun to see something different like that, especially from this team.
And the mid-rounding is going to come through for this team. It looks like it's a fast hit through B. Just keeping Diaxis on A to hold for any lurks, and I have to say this again is just a perfect call by Honey Green Tea. There's a completely open side. They're just going to be looking for the flank picks here. And Crystal is going to try and scale off from up. This lurk from Diaxis, we're seeing that they tried to clear it, and now we have all that info. Unfortunately, he's very far, so hopefully his team is calling him back over to B, and it looks like they're ready to start in on this.
It looks like they're ready to go, and hopefully the retake goes well for them, but their positioning was so good, and they have side of their bomb, and it's honestly looking like a really good map for them. Like, I know we're only 2 rounds in, but the control they have over B side is so interesting to see what that looks like.
Crystal
There we go.
gets one for her troubles, but unfortunately for the side of Palabok Paladins, low elo Sentinels, as we expect, is going to take their bye round. And this is the round we look out for, right? Because if they lose this round, if Palabok Paladins loses this round, their economy is in the gutters. They're going to have to look for a whole new angle to this game. So we're hoping, if we're on the side of Palabok Paladins, that this will be a clean rifle round. Keep lots of those true rifles into the next round. You don't want to bulldog, you don't want to go.
No.
I want the Vandal, I want the Phantom, right? I don't want any of this Guardian bulldog nonsense, right?
That's not what we're looking for this time, that's for sure. But we'll see how this round goes.
And a stinger for Honey Green Tea. Looks
Beautiful
like
work. A favorite gun of mine,
favorite gun
personally.
of
So
yours.
I will love that gun forever. So we'll see where it takes her.
Under B, I think Sangria is going to capture a lot of this aggression here.
No! There wasn't a connection.
Spike
down. Honey Green Tea lives to see another day.
Look at this wall, cutting off that vision from gate right there.
There's a kill for
Last player standing.
We don't see 3. Spike is down.
Able to get one, and now
We'll see where the Spectre can take us.
Messy in a 1v2 situation,
Not
but
far.
unfortunately they're not able to close it out. As we expect, the rifle round goes to Palabok Paladins.
The rifle round does go to them, and I think that's what we kind of needed, because, okay, like, the first 2 rounds felt like a good sweep, right? But that's just the first 2 rounds. Now we're getting into the third. The economy's looking pretty good. Like, everybody's kind of balancing out. They've got their warm-up done.
Yep.
And here we are, and it's starting to kind of look like, okay, this is the even matchup we were hoping for. Something fun, something different.
That's right, that's right.
It looks like everybody's just kind of getting set up. We're splitting the map on defense, like, you know how they usually do. We'll see what the attack side wants to do, because it looks like we're looking at A this time. Are they going to do the same thing as round 1? We don't know, but you never know what's going to happen.
4 stacked to the side of A, just Reyna and Clove holding the contact. These 2 players are shooters. Crystal and Jay, they are shooters. But it doesn't seem like they have a truly concrete plan here. They are going to end up running into them, stuck behind a smoke as it stands. But yeah, they're going to rotate out.
Rotating out, they got the information they wanted. I will say, it feels like to go against Jay and Crystal is like, that's scary. That is so scary. Especially when you know.
They're calling him back to B now. They're calling him back to B. They don't want to take the fight versus Crystal. I wouldn't either.
I really wouldn't want to take the fight against Crystal.
Yeah, and so it looks like, again, it's going to be Danny holding the push versus 4 exactly the same as last time, but this time the gunplay is a little more easier, and that ult is not able to find any attention, I'm afraid.
Are we seeing redemption for him? We will see. Danny's blind.
Unfortunately, flashed up and still
Spike down.
Okay. We're on a 3v2.
They're able to get these fractions.
30 seconds left.
They're not even playing here.
Right.
One enemy
And
remaining.
Beautiful.
Down with the stinger. And that is it.
They take another
2K
round.
with the
2v2.
stinger. That's your gun.
Beautiful. I
is
love
your
that gun. See, this is what I'm saying. The stinger will have my back every single time. And look at that. 2v2.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And so we're gonna see again this default, and this is something that I've seen from this team, Low Elo Sentinels. Common occurrence is these players are gonna be defaulting, starting with their utility the same round. We've seen this orb in mid, round after round. We've seen this turret in mid, round after round, and it doesn't seem like there's this kind of protocols on the side of Palabok Paladins, and maybe better for worse, right? There's different theories about gameplay and what's best for your team, but it's looking like Low Elo Sentinels is thrilled.
Oh, he's good for one.
Goodness, a quick kill.
That's a scary shot to take, and that's a scary shot to win, especially for the opposite team. And Danny gets hers.
Spike
Beautiful.
down,
And
B.
the heal comes out as the cherry on top.
Spike is here.
Spikes down under tube. It just looks like it's over for Low Elo Sentinels, unless and a quick kill from
Crystal's down.
Yep.
Last player standing.
Sojay reclears the angle.
Beautiful trade.
1v4 situation for Honey Green Tea. Let's see
I have
it.
faith. I think Honey Green could do it.
Just looking, praying for someone to give her a fight. They want just the smallest angle to be able to take this fight and maybe have a possibility of take some guns away, maybe even win the round if they're able to get one. And it looks like there's gonna be a connection here in kitchen.
Breaking them.
But will it be the one that Honey Green Tea is looking for is the question? Because now
They're
everybody
playing
knows.
discipline. They're playing discipline. I can only assume this is from the IGL. And there it is.
There's the other
Angle
round.
takes down
It's
the
gonna
Greens
be-
on a 1v4 situation. And
Palabok Paladins take the
Paladins
lead.
back in the driver's seat. Back
Yeah.
in the driver's seat.
Oh, I love it's so fun because you can feel the fear of certain players from the opposite team. You can feel it, like the way watching Raymond with the Sheriff kind of train onto Crystal like that and maintain that shot just in case, because you never know what if Crystal turns around. Because if Crystal turns around, I'm running away. Personally, I'm running away. I don't think I would make it.
And Sharon on the Viper here is doing a great job, steady aim player. I've played with her in the past. She's a very steady player, always very consistent with her utility, good communicator. Oh, and a judge in the smoke.
Oh no! Oh no!
You can't take that.
Can't.
Unfortunately, that is going to be nearly an open site. Just Crystal left on her lonesome here on the site, trying to get it down, and Gecko is going to get the plant down.
Crystal is gonna get one, but Raymond is gonna get the trade there.
But there's an ult coming out from Crystal, so she's still alive. She has to get a kill to stay alive here.
Will she be given that kill?
And she's looking around. And there
She's
it is.
given the kill.
Gets the ult
Beautiful.
kill, almost like she never died at all.
And honestly, in our heart, she never died.
One enemy remaining. Last player
1v1,
standing.
1v1. Information.
Oh my goodness. Just trying to find util in a 1v1 situation. Low on the ammo, one bullet in the chamber.
Great reload.
And we see Nichols looking for this fight, and he's running out.
And he takes the win. Beautiful.
Well played 1v2.
Fantastic.
Well played 1v2.
That's a scary situation to be in, especially on Icebox, because A
absolutely
sight,
correct.
when you have sight of your spike, just guarantee that your enemy also has sight on your spike.
That's correct.
It's a scary place to be, but they played it so well. Thioxidus was so calm, so collected, knew exactly what he needed to do. It was great work. I love it. Because now we're back on the 3-3. Like, we're on even playing fields right now. It looks like we're in for a great game. I'm excited.
We're looking for a team to make
Time
a
for a
break. They
field
want to get to
Yeah.
this 5, the 6, the 7 round leads. Or not just the lead, just 5, 6, 7 rounds.
Right.
And then that's basically a 1/2, right?
Exactly.
You get more, and
Out
it's
of charity.
a bonus. But it looks like 5A here. Again, Dykes looking at the lurk. Actually, he is coming with a team, and this is a Marshall from Crystal. Must be an eco buy.
We're seeing a transfer over for ISO, which is interesting because it seems like they've got some information or they've got a hunch that they know about.
Smokes coming down, 2vx on site here. Looks like there's a big kill coming out
Huge
from
connection.
Johnny. Ego is able to get this one. Running out of the zone, able to get it. Flash out, and she puts him down. That's the Reyna. That's the Reyna 1v1 we were looking at earlier.
Right.
And Ego with a clean
Down A.
No, the
Player
reload!
standing.
It always happens.
One enemy remaining.
Nichols now brings it down to a 1v1 the same 2 players.
Let's see what changes, because we don't know what will change. Maybe something will. Who's gonna win? You never really know, especially if he just It looks like Nichols has the read though. He knows that he's moving over. He knows that A isn't safe anymore.
30
It's too
seconds
readable.
left.
One thing to note here is after this plant comes down, he is going to have the ultimate.
But will he use it this
round? It's hard to say.
Spikes down. My ultimate is ready.
If you want that lead bad enough, it might be worth it, to be honest.
Where are Snow, I think this is going to be a huge swing around whoever wins this. This 1v1 is intense. Josh N versus Josh N. These guys are looking for a connection. Finds the molly.
Waiting for the peek.
Finds the second molly. Okay. No tap on the spike just yet. And there's the tap.
He's gonna take half.
Swing it, ice cold.
He takes a swing, and he did.
Another
Beautiful.
by Exodus.
Yeah.
This guy is unreal right now.
It's the patience. He knows when to peek.
Yep.
He can read Nichols. That was, you can tell, because if that was me, I would have peeked it so fast as soon as I heard the tap, just in case. But he didn't because he knew he could wait.
That's right, that's right. And Exodus, what I'm hearing is this player is new to the Sentinel role, hasn't played Valorant much, came to the scene, this event to, what I hear is he's trying to get some kills onto Jay on the other team, the captain. These two are childhood friends. So we're trying to see how that pans out. And yeah, on a new role, it looks great. It honestly looks great. And it's a hard stack towards B. Jay alone with the stinger, darting out, will get one, no
You
bullshit.
are getting Reyna on Reyna again, and Reyna still gets it. We're looking at that Killjoy ult right now, seeing how the movement's gonna change, what's gonna happen. The defenders have to
They have to leave.
The reposition here is insanely important because now they just have sight. B is
Lots of
taking over.
space, none on the flank, lots of space, ready to fight here onto site. They want to get the plant down here, but I don't know if they can. There's two people right here. Ready to my It is gonna get shot out from Snow.
We're seeing Viper ult here as well. We're gonna see if that's to get back on the map because it seems like they've lost control of the side. Like it's starting to get nervous. There's a lot happening right now. We're seeing a run through.
Maniac will run through, and that Viper ult will go down. And it's a 2v2 situation. Crystal with the Marco.
Last player standing.
And then no scope, no ammo.
Unfortunately.
Honey Green Tea takes it.
Yep.
Cousin on cousin.
Yep.
There's a motivation there for sure, because I know because Crystal and Honey Green Tea are cousins, I feel like there's definitely a family like rivalry in there somewhere. Nothing too serious, but it's like, come on, you go to the next family dinner, who wants to say they won?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, we both participated in the AdoVAL's first Invitational, but one of us came away with the trophy. There's no trophy.
There's no trophy. So sorry about that. But one of them's gonna win. One of them's gonna get the bragging rights, and we'll see how it goes. Because I know they're both super competitive players, and it's so fun to watch them like this.
Another default setup. I want to see from the side of Palabok Paladins some fast, aggressive rushes. Seems like it's out of their nature to play this safe, and maybe a little mishap in the wall here. But they are going to shoot down this wall. That is going to get the information over to Palabok Paladins. There's 5 rotated here. If the lurk here can catch anything, they absolutely want to go to A. That might be the audible to go back to A here because they have made a ton of noise B, and they don't know necessarily, but they are all here on B. Ready. 4v5 or 4v4, all on the B side at this moment. I wonder which team will call the rotate first. It looks like Palabok Paladins are going to rotate out.
It looks like we're seeing a slower rotate out because there's a little bit of hesitancy. I can kind of see it in the way that they're moving around, the way they're looking. They're like, where are you going to come from? We really don't know quite yet, but that was a scary situation on B, the silence. Like, you can literally, you don't know what's going to happen. You have no idea.
And 30 seconds left on the clock, all grouped in mid. 30
seconds left.
4v4 again. Let's see where they're going to go. I think they're deciding on A here. That would be the correct answer for the setup they currently have. And ew, a quick kill. This guy, Jay, is on fire right now.
This is why we're afraid of him.
Yep.
When he pins his shot, he's serious about it, but will they get the spike down? We're looking at 10 seconds
left.
3 clean kills. Actually is on pace for a 4K, but unfortunately is taken down out by Danny Dragons here. And
it looks like the defenders are going to take
able
that.
to get the plant down.
but the attackers take the kills.
Constellation kills for Honey Green Tea. Gotta get those stats up. I love that. I personally am a big fan of stat padding. But
You take what you can get.
Yeah, so this team, it's looking like we're not seeing a lot of aggressive pushes. It might be some tournament nerves or just fear, or that maybe it's just not the right call in Jay's head. But honestly, I'm surprised that we haven't seen any aggressive pushes out from him yet.
Definitely. We're seeing a little bit of a different movement, if I recall. I'm seeing that clove kind of towards the entrance towards B, where they were usually taking speech.
That's correct.
So we're kind of looking at a little switch up here, trying to see maybe this is what the difference needs to be.
And this utility, and here's this push we're talking about. Maybe, backing up. Flash comes in, gets out of the side. Probably the correct decision. Site is clear. It's a free site for low elo Sentinels.
We're looking at some ISO movement. We're going to see what they do with that, because Wingman's got the spike. Spike is going to go down early. We're not going to repeat the same mistake as last round. We'll see what happens now, because it looks like we're seeing some movement in heaven. It's about to get serious. I want to see some fight.
All right, just sitting in the smoke, lurking, waiting for this push. This retake is set up again. Another retake. And he gets the defuse. Half comes in, but not able to get a full stick. But the half is going to be huge in this situation. 2v3, Honey Green Tea and Sharon.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
1v1.
1v1. We have a smoke in 2
Well,
seconds.
that's just
And
bad.
is it gonna be a hold?
No, she doesn't.
Clutches up.
Sharon takes it. Beautiful work. I love to see it. But you can see that because Crystal was not willing to back down. Crystal was going to go the whole mile. She was going to hold 4. That was for sure.
That's not one you can give up.
I don't think you could. But that's kind of what was so interesting about it, because was she going to give it up? Was she going to try to go for the kill? What was going to happen there? But Crystal was going to stick.
Yep. These players, Sharon is playing out of her mind right now. Unfortunately, we cannot see the scoreboard, but I must be close to the top, I'm sure. So again, this default coming in from low elo Sentinels. Gonna be nice and close. This mid control is so oppressive for the defenders. They have no idea what's going on behind it. But it looks like Jay is trying to get this denial of the information, and he ends up getting it down, but another alarm bot gets placed down. These layers and layers of utility comes through.
Again, like we were just talking about how he's new to the role, but he's doing so fantastic. I think he's playing just like a Killjoy, in my opinion, would for the meta. Like, such a good job hanging out in the back, using the turret how you should.
Disciplined. That's something we're seeing. You need
and he gets a kill.
And a quick shot. And this guy doesn't even play this game.
He doesn't play the game, but he just took down the other team hot frag. Sharon, beautiful. Yeah, that's a 3K.
I swear, Sharon is missed 3K right now. I think she's got a 3K in like 4 rounds at this point. Let's go, Wingman.
Wingman takes it.
Great plan by Wingman. And Crystal left in the 1v4. Gets a constellation frag onto Neshi.
We'll take the padding where we can.
That's going to be the here.
Beautiful.
And another kill. We've seen her win these before. 27 HP just with the overheal to have a little extra padding, but I think she is going to...
I would also say she has to save this. Not that I would ever say Crystal's one down to back down from a fight, but you can see that as she's like top fragging her team, she's willing. This is just a sacrifice we have to do. Keep the gun, kind of make sure we're down a round. It doesn't hurt to be one more. Like, it's more important right now to recoup with the team and kind of be in a good spot. We'll see what that looks like for them though, as the opposite team tries to hunt. Honey Green Tea just seems to be taking solace, shelter from the bomb, if you will. But
and the lead is extended to 7-4. 3 rounds up. That could be killer.
Last round
a
before the switch.
Differential on the half without the half even being over could be a killer. So the Paladins here are absolutely going to be looking for a redemption here, trying to pull together this last round, because emotionally you can feel the difference between 5-7 and 4-8.
Like, you can feel it as players, especially because as you go into that next round, let's say you're not feeling super good about your defense or your offense, this is going to be really important because you have to be able to hold it down. And I think these teams know that. Because if I've ever known anything about Honey Green Tea, is that as an IGL, she knows what it's like to keep your morale up for your team, and that lead is going to be super important for her. But we're seeing that contact.
Trying to fight this 1v5, and the team is going to rotate in. They're not worried about any lurkers. They've found that they have the space, and the Viper roll is going to go down from the side of Sentinels.
seeing a plant. Looking good. We're good. They've gotten so fantastic at putting these plants down early and getting settled. They know how to make themselves at home. They're doing a good job.
Nichols trying to find little openings here, and a frag through the ult. He runs through. Unable to gain the second. It is going to be a 3v4 situation.
Like I never left.
Unable to short kick.
One enemy remaining.
Short kick in a 1v3 situation.
One enemy remaining.
It's 1v1 now. Has to hold off the Sova player. Wrapping around the bomb, and Honey Green Tea is not going to give her anything. Not going to give her anything. And that is going to be time on the round. 4-8. That is the half. That is the half.
Now we're getting interested. We're looking at a 4-round lead, especially
Switching
going into
sides.
the second half. Like, starting fresh, we have our blank slate. We have a truly blank slate, or are they going to take these fast rounds too? Hopefully this doesn't totally ditch the morale of the team. I do want to see some fun stuff out of Crystal and Jay, Danny, and Ego, and their whole team. It looks like it's going to be so much fun.
And it looks like there is a normal setup being had right now. They have Killjoy on A with Viper utility down on B. And again, Sharon and Caitlyn, these two players have the utility knowledge to carry their team. And they're able to do lineups to get this setup on B for Viper, and it looks like it's going to be a hit onto the A site from Palabok Paladins, right? They're just slow contacting up, slow, methodical. They don't want to give up too much of anything, and they're running into Honey Green Tea and Thyaxis, who we know are big shooters, big shooters.
Big shooters, and as we've seen from Thyaxis, such a patient player. Going back, totally get it taken care of, and we're looking at contact. We're down 2. We're down Thyaxis and Honey Green. It's going to be really important for this team. Spike is down.
Yeah,
looking at a 5v3.
Slow default. This flank from Sharon could be massive here. Are they watching it?
Toxins going
They are watching it, but not able to get the kill out, and they're surely going to re-clear this flank now.
They're definitely re-clearing that flank, and now we're looking at a 5v3.
Last player standing.
And that is the round for the Paladins. Just a clean round. Slow default into A, and just plant, post, kill everyone in sight. Easy. And again, this team does not make it overcomplicated. Palabok Paladins, they keep to their fundamentals, even though their team comp is pretty out there.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is, but
I mean, if it's working for them on the defense side, then so be it. Comfortability usually comes first in these situations, so the ISO Reyna double duelist pick might be paying dividends at this moment.
especially as we go into the second round with them being on attack side, seeing Palabok Paladins on defense is one thing, but to see them on attack is a whole different story. Like, you can kind of see it in the way that they're moving. They're being cautious, but they're willing to take those fights, especially up mid.
A hard stack from low elo Sentinels onto the B side, and they are going to make contact in mid, not able to steady the shot and get a kill. And that is the flag out from Crystal. Shoots the dart. Bad timing from Thyaxis, but a trade comes in quickly from Crystal.
We're looking at a 4v3. It's getting kind of interesting right now because are they going to commit? We're under a minute right now. They're going to commit to B. Are we going to see a similar style? Oh, and Crystal takes it.
Last player standing.
Danny's good for one more with the Guardian. Beautiful work.
Sharon in a 1v4 situation, just a classic, is not able to close it out. I don't know who could. I'll be honest.
I don't know, to be honest.
That situation is just impossible. And we've all been in that situation. You got a classic in the 1v4, you just want to take out your knife and jump out and die.
At that point, it's easier. It's like dying with honor at that point. If it has to happen, it has to happen, but still went down with a fight. Could have taken one, maybe, but we see how it happens this way. We'll see what goes on in the next round. We're looking at 6-8 right now. That 4-8 isn't there anymore. That 4-round gap doesn't look so big because they're closing it at the moment. We're gonna see what that looks like for the opposite team as well.
These lineups, again, I don't know anyone on the team right now on the side of low elo Sentinels that doesn't have lineups for their abilities. it looks like they're running kind of like a 2-2-1 default with people moving towards B, some early contact onto the B site, and Shortcake is gonna try and get out, runs into Crystal out of town, and a clean shot to Crystal.
Fantastic.
This is incredible work out of Shortcake here.
Actually.
I mean, that is a high-ranked player that you just sat down and one-bulleted.
Like, it's the beauty of a headshot, truly. It's crisp, it's clean, it's everything we wanted to see right now. It's a great way to kind of keep the round moving and keep the energy up. They're seeing that stage well, but are they going to be able to get in?
Not the safest plan I've ever seen. And he is going to get a cheeky peek off, runs away. And it looks like they might freeze for a second.
Looking kind of blind.
I'm out. Low Elo Sentinels.
Right behind yellow, are they going to peek it? Yes.
Last player standing.
Okay.
Spike down.
Nice. Taking the contact, and okay, we're looking at a 9-6 now. Defenders at the top. We're gonna kind of see this back and forth now. I feel like everybody's kind of comfortable. Defenders and attackers, we've switched the sides. We see what we're kind of looking at and what the vibe seems to be with the teams. But we're gonna see if we can do any more back and forth. If Sojay's team can take any more rounds if they need to get it kind of even.
That's absolutely right. And the same setup on the A side from Diexodus. It's going to try and deny that utility, try and deny that entry in. You know that the side of Palabok Paladins, they have an aggressive entry in J. I mean, look at him. He's running in there, taking every angle. No fear from this player. And they are going to, seems like it's just going to be a straightforward hit. And they're going to have this utility. And there it is. The mollies push him off for a second. Let's see how the low elo Sentinels reacts.
You know, Diexodus is pretty patient. We're kind of taking the look right now. Jay's making his contact, but is he going to keep his contact? He gets one. He takes Sharon down, which is huge, because a Viper down is going to be really big when they try to plant. They're losing a lot of their coverage right now. We're looking at a plant from Danny. Is she going to complete it? Okay. Spike is down. Meshi's good for one. Okay.
Back and forth. Bringing it
Okay.
down to a 2v2.
I love to see this, but Nichols is looking a little bit low. So is Shortcake. This is a really scary place to be. 6 HP.
Last player standing.
Is she gonna bait out?
Goodness, was not able to the ultimate. Nichols in a 1v2 situation. On the box,
And he
no.
can't do it.
Honey Green Tea shuts the door on that round. She's not letting that happen.
She couldn't let it happen. There's just no way. Shortcake survives by the skin of her teeth, and we are looking at Honey Green Tea with half health. It's great. We're looking at 6-10 right now. I love it.
Close margins on this game. I know that low elo Sentinels went into this game with low confidence, but I can't see why.
I really don't see why.
They're looking impeccable right now, playing their defense very drilled. I think we were right when we said the more disciplined.
Especially. I will say this is the low elo Sentinels map pick, so this is going to be pretty big for them because this is that good advantage before they go into Palabok Paladins.
Standing ahead.
Pick.
That's correct.
We're going to see, will they be able to keep their momentum. Next map, what is this lineup we're looking at?
That dart went somewhere.
It's a shooting star. Don't
Did you watch Your Name?
I did.
That was the star that
It's
went
the Your
over.
Name star kind of flying over. Well, we're looking at Bulldog kills right now, which I love to see, personally. I do love a Sentinel. Love that. But we're seeing Crystal getting hers. It's a 2v5. So it's a scary place to be if I was Honey Green Tea and Diexodus. But
One enemy remaining.
no fear.
From Sojay.
Not necessary. No fear.
No chance.
Green Tea takes 2, but it is unfortunately not going to take him to the next round.
Yep, closes the round out.
Up another 7-10.
What a response from this side of the Palabok Paladins. They were down 4 rounds. They say, hey, we're not down and out just yet.
Right.
So I think we're gonna start to see more aggression. I mean, come on, we're seeing the tip of the spear in Jay leading his team both strategically and literally, right at the front of his team, shooting down players left and right, just no fear out of this guy. And I think that's the theory of their team.
Standing ahead.
All right, the dart comes out, trying to get that early information from B. Swinging out, trying to find a connection, just jiggles, not committing. Oh, and a fast one tap from Jay. Man, that is tough. I played on his other side, and it is not similar to how strong it is. So I think we can see that Jay is just feeling it right now. He's on a heater, and we're gonna see that all 5 players on A, and Shortcake is gonna take all of it.
4v5 is not tough. You never know what can happen right now.
I want to see if they're gonna invest any of these.
It's you and
They've
me.
got a couple, and we're seeing the ISO one in play right now. It's gonna come out on top, and there takes it. Yeah, she goes down, unfortunately, which is gonna be huge for that team. They kind of needed that to keep their round. So we're looking at 3v5.
We still have the Sage Res in hand. We still have the Fade ult in hand. It looks like it might just be a shut book for this round.
Last player standing.
It doesn't seem like it's gonna happen.
On a light buy like this on an eco round for low elo Sentinels, I don't think they were expecting to take a win. Obviously, we can take a hold, but the flawless does, unfortunately. I do hate to see it.
A ton of fast 5-man hits.
A
is
lot.
what we're seeing.
Yeah, which is so
fast. More like a contact. Find the contact. Explode. That
Right.
is what they do. They walk up, find the first person, take them out, and explode onto the site, taking as many frags as they can on the way out, and then they still keep fighting. I mean, you kind of have to with this comp. The ISO, the Reyna, the Clove, the Sage. We don't have a Viper. We don't have a Killjoy or a Gecko or Sova Shock Darts to play these post-plant lineups.
Revealing
and so
area.
I think the theory of attack on the side of Palabok Paladins is airtight. You play in the site, you take these fights, and you try and come out based on the fighting only, not the utility. Don't worry so much about the utility. Looks like we're doubled up here with Neshi and Honey Green Tea fighting in B. 3v2 in this situation, just fighting these little pixel angles.
I'm not seeing a pick quite yet, but we don't know where it's gonna come from.
Honey Green Tea is able to get out, and so is Neshi.
Everybody's gonna kind of make it out, but it's like, as we were talking about earlier, it's like the way the Palabok Paladins move, they light their fuse and then they explode. So right now we're kind of seeing him try to catch the flame, but it doesn't look like they're making that contact yet, because we're seeing one guy hang around at B, but everybody else is gonna move. We're gonna see how that goes, because we're seeing some good angles, but Honey Green Tea does get Day on B, so B is currently empty, and I think they're gonna start to rotate pretty fast. We're already seeing movement up on
Spike
Heaven.
down.
Whoever trained, ever patient does get taken down. So sad to see. But
30
we're going to
seconds
see
left.
how they do with this. Because Crystal's taking position. She's got her eyes on her enemy, but is she going to be able to take Heaven?
Spike planted.
And the whole thing invested by Shortcake. Finds 2, I think. And they're gonna try and go for this fast retake. It's a
One enemy remaining.
And they're back.
And she takes the kills. Shortcake does go down in the process. So sad to see it, but we are still good. We're looking at 8-11.
8-11. Man, that's
getting
not the
close.
scoreline you want to see if you're on the side of the Paladins.
Definitely not
Hopefully
that.
we can take a look at the econ here. Maybe they'll still have money for some guns here and there, but it feels like they've been on the back foot this whole time, truthfully.
We're seeing Crystal at the top and Sharon at the top. It's really fun to see, especially knowing that, no offense, not seeing Duelist at the top is so interesting because it shows how can I use my util to get the kills that I need to succeed.
Right.
And that's what you can see in these teams, that the util is not hindering them from getting their shots and making it work. It's awesome. I love it.
The utility from low elo Sentinels is looking perfect right now. They're taking their space and they're using their util in a way that isn't just for fun, right? Looks like there's contact and Sharon is taken out by Crystal.
Oh, the top
Everyone's
frag.
that shooter. Will they clear out this B main position? There's 2 push B main. They are trying to take to the B site, but is Neshi gonna get cleared out here? Is Honey Green Tea gonna get cleared out? I don't know.
We don't. Oh, we're looking at a plant. Okay. Spike is down behind the wall in an interesting plant position. One I don't see super often, but it's an interesting one, especially for taking spots, because most people wouldn't be used to that. I will say we are looking at a 1v4. Are we gonna go to 9-11? Are we looking at 8-12? What does this kind of look like? Because we don't really know. A 1v4 is a hard position to be in, especially no ult for Arena. That's a scary sign. Oh wow! That is so scary. I would see that in my nightmares, to be honest. If I was him,
I open their minds.
that would be in my nightmares. I don't.
Somehow.
I'm gonna go to bed tonight and I'm gonna see that.
Yeah,
when
the
I close my
four-man
eyes.
up
To be
and
honest.
down on Icebox B. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna see too. That was the Avengers right there.
That really was.
That was the Avengers.
But we're seeing Honey Green Tea at the top of her team now. Her and Sharon are doing so well, and they're still kind of taking it and they're letting it happen. But we're seeing a battle. Like, we're seeing some even matchups on these teams for who's ready to do what.
So the ult economy is looking pretty even in this situation. I would personally argue that the ults on Low Sentinels are better, and we could see this dart is gonna scan mid and get all that information mid. But I want to see these ults come out here. The Viper ult, the Killjoy ult, on their strong retake. And I mean, on the defense side, I believe that this Killjoy ult is probably one of the strongest ultimates.
I would definitely agree with that, especially on a map like Icebox. You're working with two sites. Your mid is pretty strong, but it's pretty narrow. So if you can get your spot down and you know where you want your mid to go, it can work out. And she gets the kill. Wow. Fantastic aim. Beautiful. I love it. But one thing about her in the Araxis, I don't play around. That skin is a buff.
She don't play around.
No, she don't.
She don't play around with that Araxis.
That skin is a buff. Not that she's not great, but that skin is insane.
It might be. We might.
It makes
need to
me feel
ban
like I'm immortal.
We might need to ban the gun from the future
Are we about to
AdoVAL
do-
tournaments. I mean, it's looking like it might be too strong.
We might have to. It doesn't seem too out of the picture. I won't lie to you.
Entry res coming in, and it looks like Eggle is hard trade.
Ooh.
Back turn.
Oh, that is.
And Eggle with a quick entry in the 2K. Man, this guy's on fire right now.
Looking at two, kind of seeing to where he can find that third. It's not out of the picture. The third can be found. But we're looking at a 5v3. We're hoping for that 12, because that 9-12 would change everything. Are we going to get there? Are we going to close the gap? Because it seems like Palabok Paladins is not... They're not willing to give up that easily.
3K traded out quickly by Soli. Flash comes in. They're trying to get this retake in hard, but I can't see it happening unless they invest his ultimate.
I can see Soli's going to make it work. I can see her, the determination. She's willing to get it done. Step wingman down, but they've got eyes. It's a...
Last player standing.
The smoke is
Odds
so
against it.
interesting.
But what's gonna... Oh, we do have to back away. So sad to see it happen. I was hoping for the Soli clutch. I was hoping, because I know she has it in her. She's got it. I swear. I can feel it. But we're about to... I'm hoping we'll see it this map, because again, the gap is closing.
As the famous Valorant streamer would say, we got a game on our hands.
We really do.
We have a game on our hands here. 10-11. It's truly anyone's game at this point. Still two big ults from Exodus and Sharon trying to find, you know, the breakaway, right? 10-12, that's a pretty comfortable position. 11-11 is a little less comfortable.
11-11 is a scary place to be, especially... Just because you want to win so bad, especially on the first map, in every map, but 11-11 on your first map means that we do have a good matchup.
Yep.
And we can kind of see, not hesitant, but we're going a little slower this time. We're seeing Paladins are kind of just hanging out a little bit, getting their bearings, kind of making themselves comfortable in mid. We're seeing some movement from Sharon, but nothing super crazy, just kind of angles. Jay is going to get one on Honey Green Tea. And
I know she's mad.
Oh, I do know she's mad.
I know she's mad about that one.
The blind is out.
Jay has unreal aim. He hits shots that it's like, how are you hitting this shot?
Aimbot. I didn't say that.
No one said that. The cheating allegations. Let's make sure.
Oh, never. Oh.
Unfortunately,
Well, he's beating the allegations there. That's what.
Oh,
Nobody has to worry about that.
Wow, shots fired.
Reyna on Reyna, and Nessie is gonna come out the victor, but that fade util is going to get. We're definitely seeing some people.
Spike planted.
Killjoy ult is going down, but it's a 4v4. This could go anywhere. We really don't know what we're looking at right now, but Dioxidus, ever the patient, is going to take some space on side as well.
Still holding for this late lurk is
Face
Sharon
your fear!
Onto Sharon. It looks like she's trying to come
you and me.
Short kick with the
it, but they
defuse,
aren't able
but
to get in.
it's gonna go, and Neshi takes the ISO.
One enemy remaining.
Wow, it's a 2v2.
My turn.
Crystal
It's a
back alive
2v2.
with the ult.
One enemy remaining.
Aim takes out Neshi.
And Crystal takes it.
Crystal
It's 3K
brings
for
it
Crystal.
to this uncomfortable position. 11-11. Again, and what I'm saying, we're seeing the clash of these playstyles in a way that we wanted to see, right? We're seeing this team spread out. Loyal Sentinels, they love to spread out. They love to take map control, play their utility smart. Decided about the Palabok Paladins, they're a swarm of bees. They start
Actually.
5 in mid. They say, okay, we got some exploration. Let's hit B. We're gonna go B, and that's that mid rounding from Jay again. This guy's an IGL. His maybe the pre-round strats aren't what you want, but
Right here.
But the mid rounding is quick and decisive. I love it.
One thing that you'll always see is that
Quick kill from Crystal.
good first start and the trade from Honey Green Tea. So we're looking at a 4v4. 4v4? Okay, and we're looking at a Reyna ult from Jay. So he really wants this spot right now. He really wants to get up because this 11-11, again, like we were talking about, is so uncomfortable and he's not going to take it. Honey Green Tea's going to get the kill and the shock dart. She is vulnerable. And she gets the kill.
3K.
One enemy remaining.
1v4. Are we going to get the ace?
Scaling up, she wants this ace back.
It's not impossible. It could happen, but I can see that Danny doesn't want to give it.
Hiding now in a corner, trying to save the weaponry. I mean, that was just one player that decided, hey, we're winning this round. This is Honey Green Tea saying, all right, I'm going to put this round on my back, get 3, take us, secure the overtime, and that's huge. Right now for this team, Low Elo Sentinels, they're guaranteed overtime, putting themselves in a comfortable position for this next round. Right? They can play more aggressive. They can play in a way that maybe makes them more...
30 seconds left.
You know, like, yeah, it's hard to explain,
Well,
but
it's
like,
easier to go into overtime than to be at, like...
11-12.
11-12 is so...
At 11-12, you don't want to be 11-12. Danny does get the kill on Honey Green Tea, closing the door on her ace streams.
Okay, well, we
10
are
seconds
looking
left.
at a round up for the low elo Sentinels, but that doesn't mean that Danny went out without a fight. She took her 2, and she's gonna run with it. Nothing to worry about. Just kind of getting your peaks. Maybe one more.
And she closes the door on that round. My goodness.
Just in case she got
match point.
Yep.
Never gonna let it happen. Crystal still at the top. We're looking at Honey Green Tea at the top as well. I will say, I'm seeing beautiful util from Shortcake. Insane from Soli. I love to watch her Gecko because she knows exactly where she needs to be when. So great for her team. Like, always, her team definitely knows that they always have support. Between her and Thioxidus, like, you're always in a good spot. You're gonna have your, somebody's gonna have your back. Thank you. Basically, I love it.
Last round to get into overtime. Low Elo Sentinels has the chance to shut this round down right now. Looks like it might be an A lurk up here. They know that Thioxidus plays this spot every round. And I mean, he gets his util off. I can't fault that. But it makes you wonder if there should be a adjustment in the positioning here. Still holding A, gets the turn off. They now know they're A, but look, they're not rotating at all. They're keeping their positions.
They're holding strong. They're digging their feet, their heels in the sand for sure. They're not willing to back down. You never, again, you don't know. We've seen them switch from something that we thought was a for sure stick, and we're almost there, but again, we're getting utils up. Everybody's kind of getting ran around. We're still on a 5v5, so nothing is impossible. We're seeing 3 ults on the side. That's 1 round away from the win. 3 ults could take us places.
Thioxidus gets one, trying to get back into position. I mean, Danny is just going to get hard cleared out by this utility. They have a Sova ult, they have Viper ult coming out, and the ult is coming out, trying to find a tag. Doesn't seem like they're going to find anything. Unable to steady the game. 2v4 situation for the game. All right, 2v3.
2v3.
The last player
coming
standing.
down, no pings on the spike.
And that's a great game.
Low Elo Sentinels takes their map, takes
not
us to
our
map
day
2
to
with an
die.
advantage.
We're looking at it. It's great. We're looking at 11-13. Honestly, fantastic first game. Beautiful. I was really excited to see how first game went because we haven't, obviously competitive. We're seeing some GGs in the chat as we should, but it's so much. I'm gonna get into something else for you guys right now.
Honey Green Tea is able to top the scoreboard in this position. I mean, we knew that this player going into this game was gonna farm. We knew they were gonna farm.
We knew.
And I think both teams put up a great fight. I think the teams seem pretty close and balanced. Honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better display of their playstyles, truthfully.
Yeah, I think especially for a first map, it's like, okay, we had our assumptions. We had our kind of like, this is what we're thinking that we're going to see. But this is just one of those times where I feel like you can't obviously trust exactly what we were expecting because these teams both played pretty versatile. I was seeing a lot of versatility on both sides, especially from Jay, because again, we were talking about explosions and lighting the fuse and then exploding, but even then he was being patient. He's getting his contact and then waiting and being patient. And we were seeing that from both sides.
I couldn't agree more. Great utility from low elo Sentinels is going to give them a win, but don't leave just yet. We're going to go to a break, and then we're going to be back with map 2, which is Ascent.
Very exciting.
See you there.
Seems like it was just last night. I was all set up for the highest heights. Oh yeah, how to fuck it all up again. 18, yeah, I got big dreams, but it don't mean shit if I can't stop dreaming. Every second, yeah, I could have been there right then. Taking over my thoughts, no, I can't let it go. Say I just need to focus, but that's what I don't do best. Yeah, here we go again, didn't mean to go. Got lost inside my twisted head, couldn't go my way. Too late, all my life is too wasted. And no, I don't really mean to, it's not how it seems. Where I wanted, didn't wanna go. Yeah, I'm stuck up at the start again. Up high, trying to fake my pride when I know deep down that I have no fight. One hit can knock me down and I'll be better off dead. Yet I'll say all this shit, I'll make it work. And then I trip down all the steps and hurt my head. And end up eating all the words that you say, yeah. Taking over my thoughts, no, I can't let it go. Say I just need to focus, but that's what I don't do best. Here we go again, didn't mean to go. Got lost inside my twisted head, couldn't go my way. Too late, all my life is too wasted. And no, I don't really mean to, it's not how it seems. Where I wanted, didn't wanna go. Yeah, I'm stuck up at the start again. Inside my twisted head, couldn't go my way. Too late, all my efforts went wasted. Wish that I could skip ahead. No, you're too caught up trying to notice you're noticing you to see the way I'm giving too much. No, I shouldn't reach for love, but I'm too caught up analyzing the things you say instead of listening to the way you talk. It just confirms that I've lost. I've been using all my nights, spend every second wondering about the heights. Waste all my time ignoring all the clear signs. No, you were never ready for us. It's selfish thinking it was. 'Cause you're too caught up on the drama from yesterday, while I'm thinking about everything we have. Wish you could see all the plans that I've been
things I couldn't bear for anybody else. I wish I left it alone, 'cause now I'm needing to know, was I the one or just a feeling for another soul? Just a feeling for another soul. 'Cause now I'm needing to know, was I the one or just a feeling for another soul? Yeah, I've been racing through my mind again, stuck overthinking all the time I spend. Yeah, I've been holding on to every shred of hope. So girl, I'm needing to know, I needed someone who cared. You needed somebody there. I said things I couldn't bear for anybody else. I wish I left it alone, 'cause now I'm needing to know, was I the one or just a feeling for another soul?
Going into the series because our team synergy is pretty fun, and I'm really excited to see how we play together in like a really cool team environment. I feel like there's a good matchup between all the players on each team, so it's gonna be really cool to see like how each person handles like each other's skill set. And I can't say that I haven't been, you know, taking notes and thinking about how each person plays on the other team. So we're gonna see how it goes. Paladins, we got this. It's just another day playing ranked. And to the low elo Sentinels, get ready for some firepower.
Explosive game out from the first map, Icebox. Low elo Sentinels picks. They do get their map pick. I want to see 3 maps.
I really want to see 3 maps because that's my favorite part. It's like if I go to VCT, if I go to an event, I want to see the maximum of my money's worth. You guys are watching it for free, so you're welcome. But if we put it in perspective, 3 maps is always fun, truly, because it's like once you get to that last map and it's a 1v1, you're fighting for survival.
Right.
And it's Haven. So that's always a fun one to see as a final map.
Lots of great moments in this first game. I mean, we're seeing Exodus come alive in those 1v1s. Punching out 2 1v1s, that's a game win. If those 2 1v1s went the other way, it would have been a completely different story for the game. It would have been a win for the Palabok Paladins, not even on their map pick. So, I mean, I think we're seeing a lot of players come alive right now.
I think it's especially like to touch on those 1v1s, to see Thioxidus play like that, again, like we had said that he's not a huge Valorant player. This isn't his like first environment choice. Like it's happening, but we're gonna let it happen, especially for somebody who even when he did play wasn't really a Sentinel player, and he's playing Killjoy, and he's taking the 1v1s and winning. We're in a good spot. We're feeling good. We're about to get into that second map. It's looking pretty good. Agent
picks coming in. No surprise. Gecko.
Always.
For Shortcake here. No one's surprised.
No one's surprised.
It looks like we might have the exact same comp. Right?
Universal is good.
Yeah. With a slight difference, Omen over the Viper, of course.
Yeah. Omen on Ascent is just one of those that you kind of have to have.
You have to have it.
You have to have it. See, we say that, but we don't know if the Paladins are going to do that. Because they're, as we saw from last game, their lineups, their agent choices are kind of eccentric, which is fun.
Unconventional, but I don't think it looked bad at all. I think it looked completely fine. Yeah, like their play style is one that they like to swarm and take space aggressively, and it makes sense to play agents like ISO and Reyna who are going to complement the gunplay on the side of Palabok Paladins.
Yeah, it's because, you know, you go into it and you're like, this isn't exactly what I thought we were going to pick, but okay. But again, they held 11 rounds won on a map pick that wasn't theirs. On a, we'll call it like, on their agent select, it's not something that we would have expected. But again, 11 rounds won on a map pick that isn't yours is pretty outstanding from anybody. Like, that's great work. But we're seeing something different. It looks like Crystal might switch it up a little bit. We are seeing a potential Jet. Crystal might go back to her default, though. I don't know. We're seeing some things move around.
We're unsure right now about what the comp's going to be. I think there's a technical difficulty. It seems that one of the players is having PC issues. So in the meantime, we will sit and chat. So I think it's clear that we're going to see a more conventional comp. One thing that was missing from Palabok Paladins that I would have liked to see is that Sentinel pick.
Yeah, I really would like to see that from them.
I think even though you like to play aggressive, it does not hurt to have some defensive utility, right?
Certainly not.
That's that utility that is going to stay alive and be there no matter what. I think on Ascent, that Killjoy with the ults and just the utility that covers these chokes, I think you have to play it.
Right.
I think you have to play it if you're the Palabok Paladins. It looks like a player is restarting their PC, so we are gonna chill for a bit. So I want to ask you, what's one of your favorite moments from that game?
Okay, I'm gonna say it, and Nichols can't get mad at me for saying this. Seeing Thioxidus take both of those 1v1s against him and win both, I love watching them play.
Yep.
But you can feel it in the screen.
And it could have went either way.
It genuinely could have,
Yep.
because they both kind of had the same grasp on who was doing what and what their kind of vibe was on the map. But it was really going to come down to aim and whether or not you were going to trust your gut. And one thing about Thioxidus that I've seen him play in any game is that he trusts his gut. And that's just that. And I love it. Did you see anything that really stood out to you? What did you see that you loved?
I think even though she did not end up being the top fragger of her team, Sharon on the Viper, coming alive in these rounds, finding these picks, these lurk picks, right? Not the fast entry, not the cleanup, right? These super vital picks in these rounds, getting these 3Ks that's taking the team to a place where, okay, now we can have direction in the round.
Yeah.
She's the direction giver in the round because, you get a kill on A, all right, let's go A. You get a kill on B, okay, let's go B. And so these 3Ks from Sharon, I can't overstate how important that these 3Ks that she was getting were. I mean, I think if I had to pick an MVP, I would probably pick either her or Crystal.
Yeah, I think so. Sharon is one of the people that I haven't seen a ton of. So I was really excited to watch her because, again, it's like I'm kind of familiar with the playstyle of most of these players. But Sharon was new for me, and Viper is one of my favorite agents ever. I was a Breeze map person, and I know that's controversial, and it always will be. I loved Breeze, and Viper on Breeze is so much fun because the sites are so big, and if you can play it right, you have so much power. And that being said, Sharon, not on Breeze, obviously, but she still took so much control and did so well in wall drops, in util, and when you saw the ult go down, you were like, that's scary for the opposite team because it was so well done. It was amazing. I loved it. Yeah,
good utility usage from that team, and I want to see that same kind of power in this next map. I would say that the comp choice from last game fit more towards the natural playstyle of low elo Sentinels, but I think this map might be more tailored towards the other side because we know that Gecko is going to come in or low elo Sentinels. Reyna probably is going to come in, which aren't typical picks. And so when you get the Jet from Palabok Paladins, that's a more standard pick, right?
We're expecting it somewhere. We're expecting an Omen on both sides. I will say...
Oh. Are we looking at double controller here?
Are we looking at a double duelist? Oh, I'm seeing a raise.
Hovering raise.
Don't threaten me with a good time. I'm happy to see it. I would love to see that. Ooh.
Phoenix. I don't think she's playing Phoenix.
I know, but I wish you would. I do love Phoenix.
That would be a crazy pick.
Oh, wait. We're just filtering through. She's just going through the portfolio at this point.
I don't even think she's going to play Duelist. I think she's trolling. She's like Yoru. I don't think she's playing Yoru.
I don't think she... Oh, okay. There it is.
Back to the Sova.
Boo. I was hoping for a boo. Come on. Give it something fun.
That's the smart pick.
I know, but who says you have to play smart?
Sentinel.
But we're seeing a Clove potentially on Crystal again. And honestly, I would like to say, as we were talking about Sharon on Viper is the same way I feel about Crystal and Clove.
Yep.
I don't see a ton of Clove because I haven't played Valorant since she got in the game. But I've watched it and I see some of it. But the way that Crystal plays, she still gets her kills. Her util is but another stepping stone for her to succeed. Also as a, like, because that was Clove's whole thing, right? It's a duelist with also controller capability.
Right.
Love to see it.
And the agents are locked, and we are going to get into this game here momentarily. What do you think about the Sage pick on the attack side?
Listen, I have my thoughts. I think Sage is safe. And if safe is what's going to make you play your best, I'm not going to take that away from you. But in terms of what I'm always hoping for, I know Skye got nerfed so bad, but I'm sad that I won't be able to see her in this map either because I love watching people play. I think Sage is interesting though. I think the wall can be huge on B site here. Like your ability to block things off in these smaller entryways in a more closed off space has more potential. But we're going to kind of see what that looks like because we're seeing Thioxidus put stuff down. But is he going to be consistent this time? What does that look like?
All right, B setup. I mean, Killjoy on Ascent. You gotta play B, right? That is the that is the common setup, and he is gonna play out in the CT position. It looks like the players on Palabok Paladins are gonna be spreading out, actually, looking for a default here. Not committing to either side fast on the pistol, which isn't a common pistol strat. And a quick kill from Soj. My goodness.
IGL versus IGL, and one of them's going to come out on top, and it was going to be Jay this time. We're kind of taking a look. We're hanging on with Thioxidus right now because you know there's probably going to be movement on B, and we're seeing something happen. Let's see what Crystal does here because she's not one to back down from a fight, but she also knows when to pick them. So we're on a 4v5 right now. We've got over a minute left. It's a comfortable spot to be, but you have to pick wisely because you never know what's going to happen. Okay.
Looking in mid, trying to find these picks. Smoke's covering around, and this double controller, you're seeing it pay dividends in this position. Doubled up in tree. Ooh, you do not want to go here.
Is Neshi gonna connect?
Unable to find the shot, smokes it out. Are they gonna be able to cross? Yes, it seems like they will be.
We're seeing people on site. We're getting comfortable. We kind of have an idea of where we're going. We're looking at a plant. Comfortable spot underneath heaven. We're in hell. You know how it goes. This is how it has to happen if you're on A side on Ascent. But we're looking at Sharon with Omen this time. We're not seeing Viper, so I'm a little interested to see what goes down, what the difference might be. But Danny's kind of hanging out. Thioxidus is getting his way through a wall. Everybody's kind of gaining their footing right now. We're looking at a 4v4. Nobody has any benefit or note.
The lurk from Crystal unable to come through, and the wall. We're seeing the benefit of the Sage here already. You lose out on the flank watch, but
you fought well.
Oh, and a trade, and another one from Soli.
From Soli answering back. 1v3 situation. Ego trying to send.
Does Sharon get the kill? No, Ego. Okay, Exodus takes it. Beautiful. Was that another 1v1 that he won? Because
yeah,
I don't know what I could say right now.
Here.
Because he's just better.
Yeah,
honestly.
The gunfights are going his way in this situation, and the pistol round does end up going the way of the Palabok Paladins, and that is what they wanted. I think this team is one that you want a lot of momentum. You want to get in their heads with the double controller, right? Denying that information. Everyone's scared. When you can't see what's happening, it's a lot scarier, for sure.
Yeah.
So trying to deny that information and taking space in a step-by-step process instead of running the typical double initiator you do on this map.
Typically we see a double initiator, but it doesn't look like we're seeing that from either team right now.
Oh, no. Low Sentinels is running Sova and Gecko.
I was going to say, I was like, wait a second. I think it's just because I'm used to the way that Honey Green Tea plays Sova, and I'm like, she does her time, but the way that like Soli plays Gecko is that's an initiator. And obviously they both do fantastic jobs, but especially as an IGL, you kind of have to keep a whole grasp on your team, and you see that with Sova for Honey Green, getting the info for her team.
A group up towards Cat here. Low weaponry from their side. Quick clear out from Soj. And they're going back. They might end up going through mid here. They did smoke off mid. It seems like they're all over the place at this point. I don't know where Palabok Paladin's going. Unable to steady the shot. Short kick does get one with the cross.
One enemy remaining.
Good trade from Ego though. We're looking at Spike. It's heading towards B. Okay, Honey Green Tea's gonna make her way out onto mid, kind of get her contact going. Danny's got her eyes on tree. Like, everybody's kind of just getting
30 seconds
we're getting situated. We know what we want. Spike is down. Yeah, the round is over. But listen, you gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. You never know. You never know.
I've seen that player pull off miraculous things in the past, and they could do it again. Now we're gonna see the rifle round from the defensive side. I mean, I want to see what the theory of this team is. Are they gonna be a more retake team? Are they gonna be one that tries to rotate hard on the pushes? I mean, I think they need to figure it out and make this adjustment in this round, and we'll see how this adjustment comes through during the rifle round.
Quick peeks now. This is looking pretty familiar to last game when we saw a 2-0 that kind of just morphed into that 2-2, and as everybody
Standing ahead
where they were. But we'll see what that kind of looks like on this map, because we have contact on A with Honey Green Tea. So she's got eyes on 1, but 1 doesn't mean she has contact on 5.
Right.
We know where everybody is, but we're cheating. So it's like, you never know. We're looking at some walking up at right now. Tree's looking a little dangerous, but you never know. Okay, good for shots, but no kills quite yet. Is Sharon gonna take it? Oh, they're blind.
Both blind.
Reloading. Jay's gonna make his way up. Fearless as always. Never one to back down. No kills yet on
Spike down A.
We are seeing those from Crystal and Danny though.
Numbers advantage for the team on Eco. Let's see if it.
And
My
Jay's good with the
goodness,
stinger.
4v2 situation for the team that came in the round with a bunch of small little guns.
Spike
We're
planted.
seeing Thioxidus and Neshi push their way back up again, but they have full guns. Listen, again, I think the Stinger could take it. I think the Stinger could take it, but we'll see what this happens, because the 2v4 is scary. That's a scary place to be, especially right now with weapons that are important, because next round, the team's going to be able to buy.
Yep.
And you have to play very carefully on whether or not you're willing to use your weapon.
This is the round that they wanted to win. Neshi and Diexodus looking for maybe a pick here and there, but it looks like they're actually just going to end up saving the weaponry. Truly tragic round. Truly tragic round for low elo Sentinels. I mean, we can see why it's Palabok Paladins map pick. We can see they're drilled. The mid-rounding again from Jay. It looks great. It looks just great. And they're able to get guns for their troubles. Yeah. I mean, I cannot understate how much of an improvement from last map to this map, even just 3 rounds, that this team seems like they have. I mean, you can tell that this is the map that they're comfortable with. It looks like a team that's night and day.
It really is night and day. You can see it even in the mini map. You can see the way that they position themselves. It's like, this is our map.
Just cool down, but good enough to win.
We have the map control. You don't have the map control. We do. Right? As opposed to Icebox, where it was a lot of 5 hits, a lot of fast rushes. This is more methodical defaults. And I have to give the credit to Jay. I have to give the credit to Jay.
I definitely credit him here, especially as he pushes up mid again. Let's see, because it's looking like Soli's top fragging on her team right now. Is she going to give Jay the kill? And I don't think she will. But it also looks like he's not willing to make that contact. Somebody last game who would have peeked anything. Seems like he's being a little bit more careful right now because there's a lot more at stake. And we're seeing the contact. He was going to give Soli that other kill. Good for her.
Tap.
Okay, Sharon gets another with the Guardian. I'm seeing Guardian movement this game.
Might be an answer back with this with the
Okay.
And yeah, it's a 5v2 situation. This is going completely terribly for Palabok Paladins. I mean, it's a complete fumble.
I didn't mean to jinx them when I said that this was at home turf, but we're kind of seeing a difference here.
Crystal wants to answer back. And she brings it down to a 3v2. Let me not speak too quickly. Crystal's still in the game.
Crystal is still in the game, and she does also have her ult. We're looking at low health, but she's the last one. Is she gonna make it happen?
Unable to find aim.
Goes for the ultimate.
Tries to get to main. Isn't able to.
One enemy.
And she gets the kill.
The whip out from Honey Green Tea. Unable to secure the kill.
Beautiful A's. Insane A's. Crystal, fantastic.
Crystal, absolutely.
I love to see it.
Destruction from Crystal.
And on a map pick that wasn't theirs. This is a scary place to be for the Paladins right now. This is a scary place to be. If I was Crystal right now, I would definitely be sweating. Like, I could feel that in my palms. My heart would be pounding.
They wanted to secure that round. I mean, 2v5 situation. They're down. They don't want to lose momentum on their map pick. So Crystal takes it on her back and says, "Hey, I got this round for us."
Definitely that.
I like it. I like it out of Crystal, and we're gonna see again kind of this vintage
standing ahead.
Palabok Paladins, the 5 rush into A main.
We're seeing something we saw in a different map, but wait.
It's slow. It's slow.
Patience. Patience is a virtue. One that we're about to see out of them. It seems like Sharon's kind of making her rounds, getting her stuff settled, but everybody's kind of doing casual movement. Oh! We get the contact, and Neshi goes down at the hands of Edgar. And
Sharon finds it.
if Sharon finds you, it's over for you.
Now you gotta be scared.
Crystal gets hers. Another cousin rivalry tally going down. Spike is down now. We have vision, and it
Last player standing.
matter.
1v2 situation for Soli, looking to pick up some weaponry to maybe have a chance in this round. I mean, it's a tough one, but she has only
one enemy.
She gets one.
It's a 1v1.
Looking at the blinds, we're kind of getting set up right now, using her util to the fullest, and I think she could do it. I think she could do it. Is make the contact. Don't play ring around the rosy, because I know she can do it. She's won so many times. The wingman, it's huge. And she gets the round. It's fantastic.
That's my girl.
That is your girl. We love to see it. Like, watching Soli play Gecko is so much fun. Like, it's so good, because she stands alone as well. Probably. That was for you. The heart was for you. Go ahead, give one back. She can't see it, but give one back. She can't see it, but she'll know.
That was just incredible clutch. I mean, composure, not overthinking the utility, just a composed, clean clutch. Use the wingman, hold the wingman. Simple. And it looks like we're gonna see a slightly different setup here from Diexodus, trying to get an earlier contact into B main. And again, this swing from Jay, man, he loves his mid in Ascent.
He really does, and I don't fault him for that. I do get a little worried sometimes because you can't be too predictable. And as much as I love watching Diexodus with the patience and how steadfast he is, at some point you're going to be a little bit more readable, especially on a map like this. And a map like this isn't one to want to be readable on, especially when Crystal is ready to fight you head to head.
Oh yeah, I mean this map is people know it, right? This is probably the most popular map, so keeping your strategies fresh and trying new things. I mean, we're seeing the value of the Sage pick right now. She's up on the wall, looking for a fight, ends up dropping down, and it looks like that's a free B site.
The site is
might be an ult from the Gecko trying to retake.
Definitely could be that, because honestly, I think a Gecko ult wouldn't be a bad idea, because you kind of get your rounds on. As of right now, you guys are 1 to 4. It's like you kind of need all the info you can get when you can get it, because anything to get you to that. And it's looking a little bit harder because Neshi goes down, but Diexodus gets a trade, and Diexodus goes down. Sharon gets Jay, but Shorty is
last player standing.
Oh my god, Soli goes down. This is crazy. We're looking at a 1v3. Everybody has an ult right now. Everybody has an ult. You don't know what they're going to do with it. Sharon could do anything here.
Probably won't invest the Sage ult here, but 1v3 situation looks dang near impossible. Looking for a pick to maybe make it possible.
A little padding never hurt.
A little here and there.
Doesn't grab it.
5 to 1.
5 to 1. It's a little steeper than last game. They're not willing to give up their stature quite yet. And that's a good thing, because this is supposed to be your map. You need to keep that contact. But it's looking a little rough for low elo Sentinels right now. It's tougher this way. A 4 round gap is not an easy one to close, as we saw last game, even though we almost saw it happen.
This turret is facing the wall.
Nobody has to know.
He can bring it back. It's all good.
Okay, he knows.
Okay.
Listen, maybe that's a tech. Maybe it's something I don't know. I was never a Killjoy player.
The defense side on this map is when you want to rack up rounds in. This map is famously defense sided, and so if you're on the low elo Sentinels, it's time to start panicking. It's time to start panicking. 4 rounds down, already to 5. 4 Palabok Paladins, and on a half that I would not necessarily say is their better half. I think that the double smokes might be even better on defense. So I think we're gonna see some. We need to see an adjustment from low elo Sentinels.
I would agree with that, because I can see that they're in a safe spot right now. They're feeling pretty comfortable. They know what they're doing, but maybe that uncomfortable. Okay, and he's gonna get the contact. That's 2. Okay, 3v5. That could. I don't know. This is looking really rough, and I hate to say it because I want to see them take more rounds and get that confidence. I would love a close game like we had at the last match. We are looking at a good wall. This is that Sage We're getting the revive. We're getting the wall off. Contact is limited. I would beware that Molly though. It looks like it'll hurt. Crystal is good for Diexodus and Neshi. It's a 1. And honestly, you know what? This might be her ace. This could be Soli's ace.
This player is unreal. I mean, even in the first match, they were shooting crazy. This match is no different.
The warm-up is done, and the kill is taken, unfortunately.
6-1.
6-1.
Not what you want to see if you're on low elo Sentinels. They wish they had more defensive rounds here. I mean, we need to see an adjustment now. We need to see, I want to see more pushes. I want to see more space taking around the map. I think we're not playing to our strengths here.
I don't think we are either, and because I know that all of these individual players are so strong. You can see it even in their scoreboard. Nobody is weak. Nobody's weak. They know what they're doing, but it feels like we're losing a little bit of something. Like something is missing.
Yeah, the mental seems like it needs to stay strong in this situation. This is where champions are made.
Truly.
When you're down 6-1 and you need to recover this half.
Diamonds in the rough, you know how it goes. It's just pressure makes diamonds, and I'm hoping that this could be the case for low elo Sentinels as well.
Right here.
Because Paladins are pretty confident right now.
And
A 6-1 down.
that kind of push I was talking about, so a great adjustment, but it looks like everyone's able to counter it, and a two-piece.
Oh, Sharon. See, I'm afraid of her, personally.
Sharon is looking
good for 3
crispy right now.
Oh, Clove is back up. Crystal is going to hope for that kill. Are we looking at
Last player standing.
Okay, Crystal goes down. Dioxidus with the kill, but we don't know what we're doing. We're looking at potentially... Oh. Okay, well, we're looking at a little bit of a technical difficulty here, but you never
looks
know.
Like he accidentally ghosted. Oh, the ace stolen by Honey Green Tea. Oh.
Oh, well, maybe it's okay. Nobody has to know.
Well, we'll pretend we didn't see that.
Nothing happened. Nobody has to worry about that.
We'll pretend we didn't see that.
No, all is well. Anyways, moving along, we're looking into buy rounds.
Yeah, so looks like it's going to be a straight-on 5v5, full rifles, full shields. The ult economy actually is in favor of low elo Sentinels right now, down 2-6. So I want to see them use these ults to get back into this round. Same setup coming from Dioxidus. I hope we can see his ult this round. I think we need to see his ult this round.
I think his ult could definitely change the pace of this game. Because again, 4 rounds isn't too steep, but it's steep enough to be a little bit daunting. Like, that's a scary place to be. But again, we have 4 ults on our side. As we see these 4 ults, it's like, how do we want to use these properly? Oh, jaywalking up Cat. Is he ready for the contact? He's ready for the contact, but Sharon still takes it. Always with the heads.
Dashes right into the crosshair. Tragic situation for Jay. Maybe that was the opening that low elo Sentinels needed. Now there's 4 people grouped here, running into a 3-stack on A. Probably not the best situation here. Oh, maybe they're backing up.
Oh, some patience we're seeing on the board right now.
Good discipline from low elo Sentinels, understanding that, okay, these guys are probably rotated off of that pick.
Yeah. To be patient and to stay where you are is as smart as we could possibly be. I'm sure they're aware that they fear Sharon, as anybody should.
Yep.
Because if it was me and I knew that Sharon was on site waiting for me, I'd honestly probably give it some time, maybe make them think that I'm rotating. You never really know. But we're seeing some action right now with Danny and Crystal. We don't really know what's going to happen.
30 seconds left.
Honey Green Tea is basically waiting for them. She set a trap. We're going to see what happens. Eyes are not out, but she gets one anyways, and Crystal takes it. Oh, fantastic trade from Crystal. Yet again, looking at a cousin diff. Don't let him take it, Caitlin. You can't. Honey Green Tea can't just give it up. There's only 11 seconds left. We don't know exactly what's going to happen.
Have to go B.
We have to commit, and it doesn't look...
Crystal runs him down 3K. One guy stuck in the back of sight.
One enemy remaining.
Go down, and that's going to be the round. And again for the defenders. Let's go.
Another 4 for Crystal.
Yeah, another 4 for Crystal. Not able to win the round, though.
Unfortunate.
You get the 4K, but you win the round?
No, the stat padding, I guess. The screenshot at the end for the KDA might help a little bit. But
it does soothe your heart at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, you know how it goes. That's if you have to think about one thing from the game, you might as well think about a good KDA.
Yeah, Crystal having a heater, 16-5. This guy's on fire. I mean, you have to attribute their success partially to her shooting. I think that round ended up being pretty unfortunate. Probably a misplay on the timing. Maybe too many adjustments. I get the feeling you're going to see some simplicity out of Palabok Paladins this round. Simplify their attack round. Simple B hit. But as we can see, mid hit right here.
Oh, we're looking at a Sage Wall play. Okay, we're looking at an operator. I feel like we haven't seen one yet. Have we seen an op yet?
I don't know if we've seen an op yet.
I don't think so, but this is the first time, so it's about to get some more interesting. Because I know that when I hear the shot of an op for the first time in our game, There's a little something going on. Like,
Yeah.
there's some more motivation to watch your corners and be more careful.
Yeah.
Because a Vandal's a different game to play. But we have Neshi on Ob, and he's watching that corner.
This guy's crazy on this gun. I swear I've seen miracles happen off of this. And yeah, still Diaxodus holding his angle, gets the molly off in lane, tags up the damage, and it is going to be a B hit. Can Diaxodus find one? He just needs one, and his job is good. Can he find it?
Can he get one? He can't get one yet.
He gets taken out by Ego.
Oh, I hate to see it. Honey Green Tea with the ult, though, taking Nichols down. Never one without a fight, that's for sure. But as we're looking, Ego is kind of just hanging out right now, trying to aim for those picks. We're seeing the contact. Crystal is back from the dead yet again. It feels like 2 seconds ago. Same thing. Crystal gets another kill and is now back. I don't know what I expected. Anything. I didn't expect anything less.
One enemy remaining.
We're seeing that creep up ratio right now.
Enemy remaining.
1v2 and cousin Diff. Oh no!
3 gamer Crystal, 4 gamer Caitlyn. I mean, it's got to run in the family.
It really does.
Run in
It's
the
in the
family.
blood.
Yeah,
There's
I
just
mean,
no
these guys are unreal. I played first both of them. I played with both of them, and I can say confidently that both of these guys can shoot crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those scenarios where I honestly didn't know who was going to come out on top going into this because they play so differently.
Yeah.
Again, Crystal and Jay being on one team, very explosive in the way that they play, and they're not afraid to pick their fights. But Caitlyn is so patient, so practiced, never one to overly work with it. So it's very interesting because we're seeing Jay possibly go up mid again, but we're seeing some pushes up mid from the defenders this time, which we haven't seen yet. But does he check his corners? We will see. But it looks like he's backing up. He got a spidey sense. He can tell. Oh! And he goes down.
And that's unfortunately Jay gonna go down. We are at a 5v4 situation. I mean, that's what this team needs right now. They need an advantage, and they are gonna end up on B once again. Diaxodus playing his same angle, stuck in the bomb site. Look for a pick here, unable to get it. Crystal again with a frag. 4v3 situation. What are they gonna do next?
Nothing is unwinnable here. 3v4 is not steep enough because I've seen some crazy plays come out of every single person here, and it could definitely happen.
I want to see this ult come out. Unfortunately, it's not. Nichols is going to go
last player standing.
And everybody goes down. Wow! That's a round.
Goodness.
What a fast finish. That was insane. I feel like we really don't see anything like that, at least yet. That was super fast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, these rounds are coming down to razor-thin margins. Unfortunately, they get picked up early.
Yeah.
And it seems like that low elo Sentinels is good at the trading. They're good at someone dies, pick up the slack immediately,
Absolutely.
right? And so they get that first pick with that aggressive push, and then they just trade and trade and trade, and now they're out of round win, right? Due to the gunplay of their players, and I have to give credit to Neshi that round, really coming alive with that 2K, taking down players that are play more experienced. Yeah. What do we have to see about this round?
Well, because we're kind of looking at a different positioning from Jay this time. He came from Upcat, and I know we've seen it once or twice, but last time we were observing him, he's always at the bottom of mid in tiles.
Yep.
But right now, that changeup could be huge for his team because they're kind of realizing that maybe if they rework a little something, they can keep that gap that they want so bad. Because just not that long ago, we were at 1-6, 1-5. And right now, we're at 4-7. The gap is closing slowly but surely, and this is that Caitlyn effect.
Look at this information being gotten by Neshi and Honey Green Tea pushing out through mid. Will they find this pick onto Ego? Is he looking tiles? It looks like there's going to be a connection, and Neshi takes him out.
4v5.
I mean, 4v5 situation. It looks like it's a recovery of a half if they're able to do this, and they still have the Killjoy ult ready for the retake on A. They have 3 people set for day. All the information in the world in mid. This was a masterclass.
You can really see it. Like, so poised, so perfect.
30
you
seconds
really didn't
left.
see any holes in their defenses. But
Face
again,
your
like, we're on the
fear!
last round of strikes, and I'm really hoping we'll be able to see it to its fullest potential. That post plant, it just has to happen. Or at least we can always hope that it's going to happen. Because this would be a huge, this could be a tide chain for this
Spike
team right
down
now.
A.
4-7 isn't too big, but we're only looking at around 10 seconds, and
10
the kill
seconds left.
goes down.
10 seconds down. Will they get the plan off? It looks like they're
One enemy remaining.
An ace. And it's an ace for Crystal! Wow!
Oh my God.
Another one.
This player is no
Switching
joke,
sides.
man.
Not no.
They should never win.
Spending
Put
too
in
many
Crystal's
being
hands, it's
self-bigger than the
over.
most.
25 and
All
7.
they're
This
thinking
player's
is
a beast right now.
That
Putting
is-
her team on her back, taking her team to victory. 8-4. Come on.
8-4. We saw this last game, but it doesn't seem like she's gonna be willing to give that up so fast. And here's the thing, with her team behind her, Crystal and her team have been playing so fantastic. Like, you can see it in them, that they're all working together and that Crystal is always gonna be able to get those picks, but Eggo's always gonna be right behind her with the smokes, and we're seeing walls from the stage and picks from the jet. Like, we have an entry, we have our smokes, everything's looking great right now.
It seems like Crystal's the main character in this game. Everyone's setting her up. Everything revolves around her right now, and we can't discredit how strong she is in this position. Pistol round fast from B, but it looks like it might be a fake. 3 people here. Are they gonna move? No positions moved from the defense side. Still jiggling. Still just holding those positions tightly. And they are going to move back over to A. No space gained over to A either. So it makes you wonder, like, what was the point of the fake?
It seemed like just an orb take, but even now that when Honey Green Tea took the orb, we're not seeing an ult quite yet, so I'm wondering if it was a split-second decision. Because they're usually so planned out, but maybe this impromptu is kind of what they need to be on their toes and play at their best. But Jay is looking like he might be seeing some contact right now. Like, emphasis on maybe, because you never really know. He's been very controlled and disciplined, so he might just hold off until more of his team is there while he listens.
4v5 take into the A side. This is scary. As attackers, this is not what you want to see. You don't want to see this many players on a site, and I don't know if they're going to go through it.
Okay, I'm far. 4v5.
A pick from through the smoke. I don't know if that was scanned or not, but if it was, that was pretty incredible.
Headshots only. Hold on. We're seeing another one. Jay goes down.
Quick pick from Exodus here. Not able to find the next one. My goodness. I mean, the spike's coming over to B, so 4v3 situation. It looks like low elo Sentinels is in control of this round.
We're seeing another game of ping pong right now. We went from B to A, and we're back
10
to
seconds left.
Spike. Wings 8 seconds, but we've got Wingman down. We're feeling safe. We know he's got us like everybody else. But Sharon is keeping on this door, which is probably for the best, because I've seen some crazy plays out of market. So this will be
brings
interesting.
it down to a 3v3. I mean, it's completely winnable in either direction. Danny gets another. That's a 2K.
Last player standing.
3K from Danny, maybe a 4? And a 4!
And that is Danny with the 4K.
Wow.
Clutch. My goodness. Clutches it out for her team. I mean, this player's coming alive.
No right
I love to see it. Especially, okay, I love Ascent for this because it's so comfortable that you can really see people bloom at their maximum, it feels like.
So true.
And you can see it in all of these teams. You're seeing big picks.
Yeah, I mean, I think that this team of Crystal, Danny, Ego, Jay, and Nichols, I mean, it can't just be Crystal. It can't just be Crystal. And we're seeing these players come alive. Danny Dragons wasn't someone that was on people's radar as the #1 fragger, but look, she's second frag just under the Ascendant player, right? And so we're seeing people come alive in this game. I mean, you only find this at AdoVAL.
Right, you only find this at AdoVAL. And it's at the first Invitational nonetheless, but we're seeing the game kind of start. We're looking at the one-way. We're kind of getting a vibe. Jay isn't pushing up too far. He's kind of keeping his limits right about now. We're seeing Honey Green Tea inch her way up Cat. We're going to see if we're getting some contact in tree right now. I know there's a spidey sense. They know. Something's going to happen here. I can feel it in my bones. We're seeing another up Cat. A's push, so we'll see what happens.
The run and gun. Nichols picks up a kill. Jay wants more. This player is crazy. He wants to get more kills. Get his eco frags and swing through. Is he gonna spam? Get his kill.
And he lives.
Barely misses it. And here's a lurk through. There's a lurk through tree. Is he able to get one? Nichols gets one. Can he get 2? No. And that is a 3v3. This is huge for low elo.
Wingman's got the spike, looking good. Spike is about to go down, and Spike planted down finally. That was certainly something. We'll blame it on the... we will blame that on the spray. Nobody's fault there.
One enemy remaining.
We're seeing some action with the Spectre right now. Some crazy action, and that will complete.
Ego with the 2-piece closes out that round. I mean, we should have known that this was going to happen. I mean, they won their pistol. They buy up. You know, they should win the round. So, good job.
Good job.
You did what you were supposed to do.
This
Great job.
is our home.
But I think we're seeing these players come alive right now in ways that we didn't expect going into this game. Lurks lurking in from Neshi through A. People are able to read it and respond. I mean, I think we're seeing a shift in the way that Palabok Paladins is playing. A lot more coordinated. Not saying they weren't coordinated on Icebox. I'd say they were, but I think this map, it seems like their play style is working out for them well, and can't forget Crystal.
And never forget.
Can't forget Crystal having a heater of a game. 26-8 right now. Killer. It looks like Jay is going for an early frag here. Let's see what happens.
We're seeing some contact. We're looking at 5 pushing in on A, but are they going to fully push? Oh, wait. Okay, everybody's up in. They're not all the way here yet, though. Okay, no, they're not. We're in. We're going to make it happen. Spike is going to go down so high.
5v5 retake.
Oh, okay. We take 1. Jay is down from Ollie right now. We're looking at 2 and now 1 in hell. The contact is happening. But let's see what's going on, because Sharon's keeping an eye on Heaven. You can never be too careful with Heaven. But, ooh. Looking at some tree action as well, but Garage is...
One enemy remaining.
Sharon gets 2. Crystal takes 1 with the Spectre yet again. Okay, we're kind of just keeping our eye out
1v3 situation. 1v3 situation for Crystal. Smokes out main, trying to isolate the fight, but no, it's too clean. It's too clean from the side of low elo Sentinels. I mean, Caitlyn is not letting that one go.
No, there's just no.
There's no way Caitlyn lets that one go. I know she's calling double hell here. You play main off the contact, and then the person in main is like, oh, I'm smoked out. They're like, okay, we're gonna dart on the drop. 3, 2, 1, and you know, I know this IGL. I know this IGL. That's how they're playing that, and it clearly is paying dividends. Now we're gonna see a full rifle buy from both teams. Oh, it looks like we're getting an outlaw actually from the Omen on the side of Palabok Paladins. I mean, I haven't seen him outlaw yet, but maybe it's something we're unexpected.
Maybe this is something we needed to see, because we're seeing that one way again. We're seeing some action on A up mid, but we're looking more hesitant than we were last game. Less hesitant, maybe a little bit just more patient. Because we're seeing that outlaw, we're gonna see it connect, and we did not see it connect. Omen on Omen, and Sharon comes out on top.
Slow contact into tree leads to a slow peak. I mean that's info denial right there. You don't make noise, you take this fight slow, and then you get that opener, and now it's clearly paying dividends. It's a 5v3 situation. They do have the resurrection online, but I don't know if they have access to the body to get this through.
Player standing.
No, but traded out
Spike
by
planted.
Sharon.
1v4. What are we gonna see Danny do right now? Because we could put the... Is the body in line of sight? Like, is it even worth the ult? Or are we just gonna take the connection? Yeah, because we're looking, maybe 2! You never know. This is, now it's a 2v2. This isn't too far out of the picture anymore.
This is not off the...
We took a highly uneven game, and we're making it to her point.
Yep, and we can see that Soli is considering using this ult as well. One way on the bomb. I mean, these guys are drilled.
Okay, the ult is
last player standing.
And we're not hoping for a detain, but we didn't see it this time. We're looking at a 2v1 with an Omen ult, but the Omen ult, that's not. 5 and round.
Yep.
Everybody goes 6 to 10. I love it.
Well, I'd love to see how the econ is at this point. I think they're getting forced onto an eco round the side of Palabok Paladins. Yes, it does seem like they are going to be on an eco. I want to see an interesting strat here. I want to see a push. I want to see some unconventional aggressiveness right now. I get the feeling that's what's going to get called this round. I want to see. But so, in theory, this game goes to 7-10. Right?
In theory.
And now we're talking about a half after winning 3 rounds in a row. This is not far away from possible anymore.
Yeah.
Right. This is very winnable for either team once you get to 7-10. So all that low elo Sentinels has to do is not get ecoed, and then they're good.
See,
it's like a bait setup.
Does
here.
it sound easier than it is though to not get ecoed? I don't know, because okay, we're getting somewhere. Jay is down right now, so we're kind of taking a look. Honey Green Tea, never too cautious, always keeping an eye on her back, is gonna run all the way back. We're not seeing any more contact quite yet, but we're inching up A. I'm excited to see what we kind of see this round, especially on like a 4v5 where we're dealing with the eco. From a team that's so heavily kill-based, we're not quite... It's just not what we're looking at. But the smoke is down right now. What will they do?
So they're on this eco round, probably have a good amount of close range weapons. I think they want to try and flood in after this drone goes through, see if they can take some early
Scanning
fights.
ahead.
Because when you're on the retake, man, you don't want to have a rifle. You don't want a Bucky. You want a rifle. So playing in the site, I would consider to be the better choice, but it seems like they went for a more retake strategy.
Well, Garage is going down, and we're seeing
30
some connection,
seconds
but the
left.
smoke is dissipating. Green team, we're seeing a plant, and the plant is complete.
One enemy remaining.
Flawless. There we go. Beautiful. Looking at a flawless 7-10.
Flawless 7-10, just like we were talking about. I mean, come on, am I a mind reader? Or can I see the future? You know what I mean?
You
Like,
might be. You're the
I might be able to
motivation
see
that they need.
I might be able to see the future. The
You've got it.
economy is looking gorgeous for low elo Sentinels, just like real life Sentinels.
Just like real life Sentinels.
They are loaded in cash. And so we're going to see Ego slightly scuffed by, has a bulldog instead of a rifle, but we're going to see basically a 5v5 rifle round. Hopefully we can see some of these ults come out.
It'll definitely be interesting to see this, because here's the thing. I'm all for a bulldog, and even in the last map on Icebox, I saw some crazy kills with the bulldog from Ego. So I don't want to take away from Ego the possibility of that being even better than a rifle. That's a controversial.
Quick kill from Danny onto the IGL of
4v5. Got a couple ults on the board right now, but we're not seeing anything in play quite yet. Everybody's kind of feeling it out because we don't know what we're kind of looking at yet. The one way is here from Clove. Nobody's really moving. We're kind of just hanging out right now. Everybody's testing their waters. In a couple pings though, people aren't unaware.
The Sova being down is a nail in the coffin for some teams. And so I think what low elo Sentinels is trying to do, they're trying to look for their picks. When they can't scan out enemies, they have to slow default and walk into them one by one.
Cover going out.
So I think that's a very valid strategy. But again, like we were talking about earlier, when your IGL's dead, they kind of have a buff because now they don't have to think about shooting. They can focus on calling for the round. And it looks like there's going to be some action in mid here. A quick kill from Jay from the market position. I mean, I think low elo Sentinel is just going to have to back up after this.
30 seconds
Another
left.
one right now from Sharon. But what are we? Okay, the Molly goes down. They didn't target here. Like we're kind of looking at an interesting round because Jay ended up back in
main, yeah.
Yeah, like that's. I just got surprised. Sorry, I was kind of.
The defense is on attack. The attack's on defense.
I got confused.
On the
no, please. What?
And
okay.
One enemy remaining.
Spike
There's
down.
just no way.
Insight, and that's the round.
That's round. It just happens that way, and we do hate to see it, but Neshi is going to hang out and just kind of chill in the corner and see what we can do, but we are looking at 7-11 right now. What do you think about 7-11 versus 6-10?
I got your back.
7-11 versus 6-10. I mean, 11, it's so close to winning. 2 rounds is just one buy round, 1 eco round. And it looks like the economy for low elo Sentinels is getting worse and worse with these losses, man. I mean, they probably have 1 more buy in them after this, maybe. And I don't know. I mean, we saw an 8-11 last half. That was where we were at. Now 7-11. I mean, these increasing round differentials are making the world of difference. Last game, we got to 11-11. It doesn't seem like that might be the case this game. Seems like they're in the driver's seat.
We are. It does feel like this game we're seeing a more dominant team for sure. The last game, I honestly didn't know who was going to win.
It was back and forth. It was back and forth.
But this one feels a little bit different, and I don't want to take anything away from either team because I don't want to jinx anything. Anything is possible. But right now we're seeing fast on A. Smoke is down. We're looking at some blinds. The util is going. They're trying to get the connection because right now it's a fight for your life situation. Because if they go to 7-12, this game, that's
nearly impossible.
It's nearly impossible, and that's for anyone ever. This is a hard map. And we're looking at that fade ult right now, which we haven't seen. Have we seen one yet? I haven't. I'm sure we've seen one or two.
We saw one
but
on the retake in the previous half, but I believe it's the first one we're seeing this half. Neshi gets a pick onto the opposing duelist. I mean, that's got to be a duelist. Spend the wall. This is the value of the Sage. We can't spend the wall. Can't spend the bomb if the wall's in the way. And it looks like there is a kill going to be coming through.
Standing.
Half down, and I mean, the defuse is coming through from Crystal. That is a round by Paladins. 3 kills for Hungry T
And
as
Crystal.
Constellation
Match point.
and Crystal. There's that cousin diff again.
They're back.
32-11. Come
Wow.
on. Crystal's coming alive this game. I mean, she's a one-man army right now.
My comp teammates never act like. I don't know how she
never,
does it. This is
never.
amazing.
That's the guy on the enemy team.
No, that's the guy. The other guy is doing a 40 bomb.
Yeah.
This
The other guy's
Crystal
doing well.
is my
But then
nightmare.
on the same player on my team, they're dropping 2 and 20.
Oh, that might be me, but nobody else.
Yeah. So they want to close this. They want to close this half out, and yet they're still broke. Looks like it's just gonna be knives from the Jet player on.
Oh, contact on top of the wall. Are we good right now? We're good for 2, 3. Wow. Oh, the stage wall plays are crazy. It's been a while since I've seen one like this, and Crystal gets another. This might just wrap the game, unless Sharon can show us something crazy. Insane. Sharon is down to 8 health and C, but no, the reload! Is she gonna no?
And that is the game.
Great game.
Crystal closes it
Wow.
out for Palabok Paladins.
How fitting.
Wow.
Wow.
How fitting.
That was fantastic.
That was incredible. Man, I love to see that kind of aggression. We knew going into this event that Crystal was going to be someone to watch out for, but that was a different level. One thing to look out here for is actually the first blood leader in this team is not Crystal. It's actually Sojay.
Right.
He's doing his job on this duelist. You see his score. You see 9 and 17. It's like, oh, man, that sucks. But if you're getting in there, getting your info, setting up Crystal for these aces, for these 4Ks, insane. All right. I mean, we're going on to map 3, baby. Let's do it.
I got what I wanted. It's a great time.
We're going to go to a break right now, but stay tuned for map 3 to see the decider of this series.
First game, I feel a little nervous. I've never been a part of a tournament or anything, and I haven't been playing Valorant for that long, much less in any sort of competitive environment. I feel like my team overall has pretty good synergy. I feel like on the attacking side, we have some pretty good strats. We're able to play off of each other really well, and then defense-sided, we're very flexible. I feel like the enemy team, when I first found out who it was, I was a little bit scared, but then I remembered I play with these people all the time, so I know how they think. So I think that we can get into their heads and smack them.
And we are back from the break. I mean, come on. What are your thoughts on that last game?
All I can think about is Crystal. I'm going to be so honest with you. Crystal blew my mind. Her entire team did sick because
Yep.
Crystal, what was it, 32 and 11 on those lines? Like, you're in the 30s and you won so cleanly. Like, nobody could question her. Nobody. And it was fantastic to watch. I loved it.
I want to give a special shout out to Nichols, who, although wasn't at the top of the leaderboard, he was still keeping it consistent with his utility. I'm sure he's in the calls, keeping the energy up. Like, this player is someone who maybe you're not seeing him at the top of the leaderboard, but you know he's supporting his team both with utility and with his emotions. Like, I want to give him a special shout out in that game. But we are going to be heading into Haven here. 3-map site, first one. Lotus did get banned out, but we are going to get to see a 3-map site. I think this is going to be a big switch for some of these teams. I think there's a lot of things that you can do on these maps that are different from other maps. A lot of lurks. But you can also play fast, but you can also play super defaulty.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see the styles of these players come to clash here. I want to see a close game. I want to see some interesting comps. What do you want to see?
I think, here's the thing. I don't entirely know what I'm looking for yet. I just know I'm excited because seeing them kind of rush through sites. We've only been playing 2 site maps, and we're finally on a 3-map site.
Right.
Which I love Haven. That's a fun map of mine because there's so much happening that it's harder to fully prep for. That is a little bit harder. So I like 3 site maps like this because it provides an outlet where you kind of, certain things just go to dust. Like, you have to do something new because you never know what's going to happen, especially with areas like garage and entry points like A main and sewers and all these options.
Yep. I think the A presence in this map is going to be the big differential in this series. Whether or not they play down short, play aggressive. I want to see some aggressive pushes from Palabok Paladins. That's my favorite thing to watch, is these guys getting in there, getting their hands dirty, and getting aggressive. All right, so let's get into agent select. I think we can get this game started and see what these guys are picking.
I'm excited. Because I feel like there are certain picks that we can definitely kind of like catch a vibe on. Like, okay, we'll probably see Soli on Gecko again, but I don't know if that's for sure. I don't want to put words in her mouth yet. You never know what happens. She might pull something new out for that 3rd map, something a little special for us. Oh, see, she's moving around.
Like she's moving around.
Okay.
She's moving around.
Maybe doing something a little bit new, or she's just, okay.
And she's playing Gecko.
Beautiful. If it works,
if it works, don't fix it.
Right. If it's not broken,
don't fix it. Yep.
We might see Crystal on Clove again, which, again, another,
I mean,
if it really isn't broke.
In a row, she's killing on the Clove. I don't think you switch off.
Yeah.
I think you keep what's going on.
You keep
We're
on the roll.
looking at the last pick here for the side of low elo Sentinels. Hovering over that chamber. It's an interesting choice. I don't know if that's what's going to be coming through. Looks like Palabok Paladins is still trying to decide what they want to do.
They, even in their past agent selects as well, they seem to kind of be okay with just giving it a second. Like, being patient, kind of figuring out what they're looking for.
Yeah.
While low elo Sentinels is ready to jump the gun and be like, this is what we want. We know what we're good at. We know what we like to play.
The Sage pick from the Palabok Paladins looked great on Ascent last map. I mean, the Grim Walls, the quirky angles, the defensive utility. Yeah, you lose out on a lot of information potential, but it's still great. I think on this map, we might see it be a little more of a deficit with so many more lanes that you're not able to cover with the normal Cypher trip, Killjoy turret, Alarm bot, Chamber trip, etc. When you don't have that information and there's so many lanes in Haven that we might end up seeing this pick come to bite them.
We're seeing quite a few smokes on the side of... we're seeing a Clove and an Omen from Palabok Paladins right now, which
the double smoke
honestly
again.
Smart. It's a big map. It's not a bad idea. I would even say it's a pretty safe choice. We're seeing Killjoy again. We're seeing Omen on the other side as well. Sova's tried and true. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
I love watching people play Sova, mostly because I like to see some crazy darts like that Your Name star. I'm like, where will it go? I don't know. Sometimes it lands, sometimes it doesn't. I never know what I'm like set up for, but it's definitely an interesting one. So we'll kind of see where this map takes us. Which site, A, B, or C, do you think is going to be first contact?
I'm guessing who's attacking. It's going to be the side of Low Elo Sentinels is attacking. I think they'll go C. I think they'll do a C hit, maybe split their garage or maybe just all through. I've got to say, I like the Low Elo Sentinels comp much more than the other team's comp. I think having that Killjoy, having that double initiator setup with the true and real info from the Sova, from the Gecko, I mean, that's got to be the superior comp in my opinion. I think the other side, you're missing out on some key informational utility to hold flanks, utility to scan people. So
definitely
hard time getting that precise information. But I mean, we've seen them make it successful with unconventional comps in the past, so I'm not going to knock it too early.
We can't knock it too early. The round is starting. So we're going to get into something a little bit different. It's going to get fun. I'm excited. We'll see. I'm kind of hoping for A. I am hoping for A. I know you said C, but I think A is that safe default choice to kind of like warm up into a map like this, especially that I don't think either team was really anticipating Haven being the third map, but we never know for sure. So maybe they trained and they're going to prove me wrong right now. But we will see, because it looks like, are we seeing B right now? Were we both wrong?
It looks like we're starting with some mid presence here with a wall coming in from Danny. I mean, 4 in mid from both teams. I don't even know how you end up in this position in a pre-round scenario, but it looks like actually Crystal is going to spread out over to the C side.
Well, we're seeing that wall go up preemptively, and that could definitely deter the attackers, as it would deter me, that's for sure. But we're seeing Honey Green Tea kind of lead the pack into A slowly, very quietly, no elo quite yet. She's good for a dart and some shock bolts as well, so it's not like she's out of util if she needs to get some information started. But we'll see how this goes, because we're seeing solely entry as well. That dart goes out. We don't know what we're looking at right now with Soji's.
And it's a hard retake situation decided by Palabok Paladins. They don't want any business standing on site. And I don't blame them, because I would not want 5 players running at me either. Some wasted utility. Looks like they're trying to get a situated retake, but trying to... Oh my goodness. It's getting weird. It's getting weird. And the flooding comes in from Palabok Paladins. The knife comes in.
Yeah, she will get caught here. He's gonna contact. Wow.
We haven't seen him on this roll yet.
1 remaining.
2K
okay.
in the smoke, 1v2 situation.
We're looking at a 1v2, but and he's not gonna be able to hold it down. I'm so sorry, Thioxidus, but Crystal is still Crystal.
Crystal doing Crystal things yet again. This player is insane, and I think one thing that we're seeing in this game that's different from the other teams is Nichols' duelist role instead of Jay. Right, we put Jay back onto that supportive role and put Nichols onto this Phoenix. 2K in the round to take the win. I mean, this is a huge change up from the status quo. He's been sitting behind the team as the Fade player, and now he's at the front of the team as this Phoenix, tip of the spear, trying to get in and get these early engagements. And I have to say, in that round, it looked pretty good.
I feel like this is going to be one of those switches that we had talked about where it's like we wanted to see something different from the Paladins, and maybe this is what we needed for them to kind of feel something different. This is going to be that motivation to try something new and get kind of up like this. Because we're seeing Sharon on Omen again. Everybody on Low Elo Sentinels is back where they're comfortable. Which, that makes perfect sense. If you weren't ready to play this map, maybe you need to be totally sure of your agents. But we are looking at a garage push right now, and we're not going to catch anything with the blind, but we don't know if this one will. And he's got 2, but he's not going to get one! Yes, she does take that kill in the head as well. We're seeing a lot of headshots this game. I love it. But Sharon is active, kind of keeping an eye open with the rest of her team. Ego is being patient, hanging out with the wall. You never know if the wall's going to go down and there's going to be 5 people on the other side. We haven't really picked a site yet. We have time. We have 50 seconds, give or take. Like, nothing needs to be rushed yet. But it looks like they're committing right now. So, what are we thinking?
It's gonna be the rotate into A. Still a gun onto J. I want to see him take a fight here. Oh, and caught out with the utility out in his hand. Unfortunately, unable to take that. He didn't even. That's not the plan, actually. And so, oh my goodness.
30 seconds left.
From Danny.
One enemy remaining.
2 more. There's a third.
That is just a gun diff. In the industry, we call that a gun diff. Right? So, I mean, they had a great pick. It was a good idea to take the pick on Garage and send it to A. I like that call from Honey Green Tea, but unfortunately, the superior weaponry from the Palabok Paladins is going to win out in the end. No surprise here.
No surprise at all. I will say what I've been seeing these last couple of games in the Spectre, like if you can use the Spectre spray correctly, you're looking good. Like if you are, your eco rounds look good because we've seen Stinger action as well. And I hate to say it, but the Spectre just looks too good. Never ADS on the Spectre is something that I learned as of recently, which apparently was true. Oh, we're seeing, no, 1 kill. Honey Green Tea gets it, but we're seeing a trade from Danny right now. 3v4. Oh, and Solly goes down. We get a 2v3. It's a 2v2. Spike is still up with Dioxidus right now, but both Omens are up, and we don't know what that means for Spike. Okay, we've got that flank covered right now. He's pushing all the way into C, hoping to kind of get that plant down and just make it work. What do we think? Spike. Like, what's?
I think that those 2 kills from Dioxidus cannot be understated how important they are. This guy, though, trading out that round turns a completely lost, unfortunate round into something that is looking more even. Looking for that 2-1 scoreline. Smokes out long. Oh, it looks like Echo's looking for aim.
Last player standing.
Getting it, but is traded out by Danny. Gets the wall up. Wants to get the spike down. Shoots the molly.
Ooh, Spike is still there.
Defuse it. He's trying to throw another molly. Isn't able to get it on the ball.
Oh, and it landed, but it doesn't matter.
He is going to be able to stick it all the way through. 3-0.
Wow.
That is tough.
3-0. The starts of all of these maps have been so interesting because we're seeing 2-0, 3-0 right now. And while that's not entirely out of the picture, it's not like a 6-0. It's like, especially on a map like this, it's important for them. So we'll see what happens as people start actually buying.
You don't want to give this team momentum. You don't want to give Palabok Paladins the momentum because they'll take it and they'll run away with it. And we saw that. Once Crystal was feeling it, once they're on a heater, they're just going to take the game away. And so it seems like that might be the same case here, a 3-0 position. I think my guess of what's happening is that the IGL from the side of low elo Sentinels isn't used to playing such an unconventional comp, which was what makes it so strong.
It's like, because we're about to see that wall go up and we waited for contact this time. Much different than the first one where it just went up automatically. But we shouldn't assume that we're going to get the contact through main. And I think Danny knows that because we waited and we're seeing through Garage, peeking, kind of just sneaking through to see, trying to avoid the big shots. But Nickel's going to go in right now. We're going to see what can get done. And unfortunately with the ult, it's not very much, but we got some information out of it, which is valuable as it comes. Sharon's going to get her smokes down. We've got, like, we are holding Garage. Like, we are not willing to give this up right now. The low Sentinels are not. Oh, and Danny gets 2 here, who has been at the top of the leaderboard this game. 5-0, if I remember correctly. Oh my god! Wow!
That is unreal out of Jay. The gunplay from this team is, I can't, it's incredible. It's incredible what I'm watching.
Like, oh, I'm honestly kind of lost for words just because, yeah, go ahead.
Danny and Jay are just there. That round was just straight gunplay right there. That was smart to rewrap around Garage, but I mean you can't clean up on the strategy without the guns to support it. And so all 5 Garage. James probably says, let's crush these guys, man. We're gonna run up behind him. Danny gets 2. James cleans up the other 2, and Ega closes out the round.
Revealing
Looks like
area.
it's gonna be a fast hit into Garage. What are we gonna see here?
We're not seeing contact quite yet for Honey Green Tea and through Garage, but we will see the entire team move not all the way through, but everybody's in. Everybody's got in garage. We are seeing Neshi with the blind kind of trying to open up C and make the room. We're going to see how that goes because we are seeing Jay
planted.
like move over right now. The transition teams are ready to go. Plant is down. We're waiting on contact though. We're still on a 5v5. This game could be anyone. And we're seeing first contact for Danny getting Neshi.
Is coming alive right now.
Another one.
Danny, a 2K.
Oh, okay. Jay goes down. Wow. Nickel gets 2. Wow. Fantastic.
My goodness, the spray transfers right now are. I can't even believe what I'm watching. My goodness. Palabok Paladins, they're shooting like crazy. They're shooting like they've never had to shoot so hard in their lives. I can't believe it. Every single player on Palabok Paladins is shooting like I've never seen before.
That was, what a great round. What a great example round of what you want your shots to land like.
Yep.
Because that was fantastic. Everybody who shot had an intention, and the intentions absolutely landed.
Absolutely.
Which is one of my favorite things ever. Because you love to see the execution go exactly how you want it in your head, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I couldn't agree more on your analysis of that. I think Danny, we're starting to see where this steady aim comes in handy, right? When you're trying to find these slow fights on the lurks, I know that they're able to find this mid space. Notice that they're not like just standing behind the wall. They're able to rescale mid. And unfortunately, the ult is blocked by the wall. The wall does go down, but I mean that is the ult down. And so the question is now, is Sully going to be able to recover this ult?
Here's the thing. I think Sully definitely has a chance. But with that wall taking down the ult, it really just cements the fact that Sage was a solid pick for this team on this map.
I agree.
Sage is putting down the usual and getting the work done. And I'm pretty sure the Sage is still top fragging right now.
I believe so.
All the work is going in, and we're really seeing what I would call a battle stage right now. And I kind of love it. Wow! Good for 2! Crystal gets 3! Is Crystal gonna get 5? We're looking. Oh, Crystal will not get 5 this time. I don't think. But Honey Green Tea is good for 3 right now. It's a big game, and Crystal gets Honey Green Tea. Maybe it's an ace. Maybe it'll be the 3rd one of this show match, but we don't know yet. Because we are looking at the rise back up of KO. Oh! In the head. Intentional shots always land.
Karen finds
30 seconds left.
To isolate a second. Blinds out Jay. There's
Crystal takes
another ace.
Another ace. Wow. Like, I literally... This is fantastic work from both teams. I would like to say, first and foremost, that low elo Sentinels are playing fantastic right now. And it is not to their lack thereof, like, talent or willingness to, like, desire to win.
Agree.
It's just that Crystal is doing Crystal things.
Yep.
And succeeding at doing Crystal. And
Yep.
we're seeing it firsthand live right now, and it's absolutely fantastic.
I've never seen this team look this good right now. 6-0, like you were saying. This is the score line that you did not want to see if you're on low elo Sentinels. They need to find the adjustment. They need this round now.
It's just, we're looking at the again, if it don't break, don't fix it. You really don't have to here. We're gonna get that slowdown, but it looks like we're not gonna get back up. We're getting that smoke on garage, so iffy choice. We're kind of just being patient right now. We're seeing from low elo Sentinels that patience and that willingness to just give it a second. Figure out what feels right, get a move on, but we are seeing smokes follow us everywhere we go. Is it a free space yet? Are we gonna get that first contact right now through the smoke? Getting a couple sprays, we're getting that drone through. The molly goes down, but we didn't catch anybody. We're not. Oh, we see one, but we need to get. Whoa. Okay. Let's see how this goes. It looks like it's going now, and Honey Green Tea is going down right now by the hands of Nickel. It's
Spike down.
Like I never
One enemy remaining.
Wow, what a fast round.
What a fast round.
I couldn't talk fast enough to get that as much as I wish I could.
Oh my goodness,
Wow.
that was so fast. I mean, it was a great game plan by Jay. I'm assuming is just instead of playing the retake, don't let them take it at all. Instead of the retake, don't let them take it at all. Just let them try and get in, and then as soon as they're trying to get in, flood in and disrupt their strategy, because I'm sure they're trying to get this this plant down, play post plan with the Killjoy and the Gecko and the Sova utility. But if you don't let them get that plant down, it can never come. It can never happen. The plan never happens. So I think that was a great call by Jay, and I think it's gonna keep coming.
Take flight.
We're seeing them go through garage again, and it's interesting because I'm hoping. I know that phrase, if it's not broke, don't fix it, but I was kind of hoping for something new this round, because 7-0 is something so hard to come back from. Now, I was hoping to see them do something so crazy, something we haven't seen before on this map. But we're seeing Util, they do have sight right now. They are willing to play for a retake this time around the Paladins. And that smoke is going to go away, but we're still waiting on that contact. Neshi's kind of hanging out, waiting for it, being patient, gun trained. But Clove is about to put some Util down, and we're about to see how crazy this should possibly get. Oh, here we go, pushing in. Good. Short kick is going to take him out. Sully with the kill. Beautiful work. Crystal's going to trade that, taking Neshi down. Wow. Jay's going to take Sully. No, and Sharon.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Exodus advantage. Exodus in a 1v3 situation, and
it is gonna be an
this
8-0.
is domination.
Wow.
Domination from Palabok Paladins. I mean, their theory with this comp is so interesting. Don't let them in, and if they get in, they can't play off a retake because you have a sage wall sometimes, right? Sometimes they keep that sage wall to play for the post plant, and we can still see Danny topping the charts right now. I mean. I don't know what else to say. I mean, this is just straight domination right now. We need to see an adjustment from the sides right now. I mean, low elo Sentinels needs to find a way back into this game. Honestly, I thought the plan was fine. I thought going through garage, they got the plan down, but they just got collapsed on. Again, this Swarm of Bees team takes down even the strongest, like, fundamental players.
Green Tea is going to get caught in that knife on A, but it was just her, so we might be seeing something different here, because we don't know if they're willing to take that risk and push through. She is moving up right now with most of her team. We're seeing Thioxidus wait in mid, but what is going to happen? Is Crystal going to get the kill? They didn't even look behind them. She gets the kill, and Spike is down right now. This is insane for the team. This is serious.
Wow, 4v3 situation. Basically, Crystal. Trigger discipline, 3v3 now. Honey Green Tea trying to even it up. Flash comes through.
Spike go through.
Not able to find a connection. It looks like it's going to be a slowdown here. Oh, it looks like there's a push up short from Crystal. Is she going to clear the corner? No,
Crystal doesn't clear, and now she gets the kill.
My goodness, 3v2 situation from a 4v3 to a 2v3. Let's see if they can convert this into a round win, because they need this round bad.
They need this round more than they've needed anything else this entire showmatch series.
Yep.
And I'm really hoping they can have it, because I want to see this team's morale boost. I want to see them feel like they can win it. I want to see them. We're looking at a 3v3. Spike is down on C. They have time to get repositioned.
Last player standing.
It's going to win 1v3.
Nichols in a 1v3 goes for the
flash. Take the flash and go. Doesn't get the kill.
Steady to aim.
He only needs 2 more. It's not out of reach. He needs that heal though, but he needs to take it. He did give away his position with the heal. That's a scary place to be. The recon dart does take his location. It might just have to be a save here, but I feel like I would push this. As we can see with him, he's willing to take it.
Who needs the ball?
Who needs it anyways? He does go down by the hands of
Scanning ahead.
Good for
And they needed that round so
A second
bad. I want to
win.
see a
Let your
3-round streak
senses
from
come
here. I
alive.
want to see a conversion of this momentum.
I'd love to
That
see
is a
it.
huge momentum shift. I think that low elo Sentinels, they've been struggling to find on their attack side sites that they can hit, plant, and then get in position. Every one of those steps gets disrupted by their utility, right? And it's a different play style from Palabok Paladins. Again, like it feels like they're transforming every single game, right? And so I want to see some momentum here.
We're hoping for it because we're seeing Sharon take those.
Stealing sight.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose. Again. It looks like we're not going to get that contact again. We're going to take that to our advantage, hopefully. We are going to see a connection with the ult, hopefully. Is what I saw. No, did I not see it? Please. Crystal is down though, which is huge for this team. We're looking at a 3v5. Which Neshi could get this contact on Jay right now, and this would be big for the team. Go take a kill, and he doesn't get it on Jay.
3v3 situation.
3v2. We're looking at 2 ults on their side, though. I feel like it's not out of reach. We're looking at a Sova ult as well. That post plant could really bring it up, and it looks like they're gonna just save it. Looks like they're not really willing to just take the death right now. They don't want to give him the momentum like that. So we're gonna give it a second. He's gonna hide out in A. We're gonna give it to that 8-2. And we're going to see what happens next time, because we might get that 3-match streak that we were talking about.
Yeah, I think this adjustment by low elo Sentinels cannot be understated how good this is. I mean, to some extent, you want to say don't match the pace, right? You want to play your own game, but I mean, if you have to play like a swarm of bees to beat the swarm of bees, then it is what it is, right? And so we're seeing low elo Sentinels flood into these sites, get in deep, and just take these fights head on instead of trying to overly default, getting picked out on weird pushes that Palabok Paladins is doing. And it's clear that they're not switching things up too much. I mean, they've won 8 rounds with their strategy currently. So I mean, I can't imagine they're gonna mix things up too much. So these adjustments it needed to come in, and it did. So I think that's a testament to Caitlyn's IGL.
Begins. We're seeing a similar pattern again this round, which again isn't something anybody's super surprised about, but we are seeing Thioxidus hang out outside of the door of Garage. Not a fast push in, kind of giving them that room, which is interesting as it is, but we're seeing a push. Are we going? Blinding. Okay, C is going to be flooded right now. We're seeing something, but the contact on Thioxidus and Echo's going to take the kill. Shortcake is going to transfer that. We're going to take that trade. Crystal is down right now. Solely for another one as well. We're going to see Janny get that kill again on Sharon. It's going to be serious. And we're looking at a 1v3. Does Solely clutch it up?
The kills come in a way that's great for this team. I mean, it's
and down we go.
Blinded, mollied, and dead. Tragic, unfortunate end to that round. But the half's not over. They can still bring it back to a 3-9, and they're able to. If they can hit a 3-9, it's winnable, right?
The 3-9 curse.
It might
Last round
it might
before
be
the
real.
switch.
It might be this real. Could be the day that we see it happen.
Yeah, it could be. But they need to get to 3 first.
They do need to get to 3, so let's get to 3.
There's no such thing as a 2-10 blessing. I'm gonna tell you that much.
Definitely not that.
You definitely want to get this 3rd round here. I think it's just small mistakes. Getting caught in these crossfires. I think that it was a well-prepared system here from the Palabok Paladins. I mean, we're seeing great gunplay out of every team. And I mean, I don't know if that could have been said for the previous maps, honestly. I think in the previous maps we were seeing Crystal pop off and everyone else is supporting her, but now it feels like everyone is shooting.
It feels kind of like, because, okay, they won one, okay, we win a second. It's like, oh, we got our first kill on the board, we're looking at a 4v5, but it's interesting because this being the 3rd and final map means that there is nothing after this. There isn't a 4th game, there isn't like an overtime draw, like that's not what we have available to us right now. But we're playing this like we're playing for our lives because that's literally what we're playing.
Yep.
Like we want this win in both teams too, and I want to see them get this comeback up. And I'm hoping for it because we're off by that 4-5 and it can help. But are we gonna get the kill? And Nichols takes a kill on Nushi, so it is a 4v4. He will get caught up in that dark, but we're looking at the action on C right now. Honey Green is gonna move the ship forward through the wall. Does she get the kill? And Honey Richie gets the kill on Nichols, and Sharon gets the kill on Ego. They have sight. It's a 2v4. We're looking pretty good right now.
That we might be able to get this 3-9 scenario that we want for low elo Sentinels. I mean, truly that's the only way back into this game at this point. At 2-10, that's too hard to come back from. So this is exactly what they wanted, these round advantage. But Sojay and Crystal they're not going to go down easy.
Certainly not that. Especially Crystal. Another one for Crystal. Oh my god! Is she gonna get it? She might actually figure it out, but do they have enough time? I think they have time. But with the defuse, if they get happier, it's certainly not impossible. Wow, she takes it! Fantastic 3K by Honey Green Tea. We are gonna make it in that 9-3 switching halves. Fantastic.
I want to give credit to Shortcake in that scenario. That plant at the back of the site is so good for spamming, right?
Absolutely.
There's only one spot they can be. You can't be to the left of the bomb, or you can't be to the right of the bomb, you can't be behind the bomb. There's only one spot you can be, and that actually allowed Caitlyn to just spam through the smoke and get a free round win. I mean, I think that's how these things all come together to get the round win. I mean, they needed that so bad.
They really did need that, and I'm hoping that the vibe that they have going right now is going to transfer into this second half, because this is going to be really, really important as Crystal starts attacking. Because
don't run it down on you.
I know, that's
what run it down on
and
you.
The thing is I feel like they're at the point where they know how to cope with it, but when the aim is there, it's hard to fight aim with anything else but better aim, and Crystal's looking almost unrivaled right now.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think Diexodus right now trying to find his spot on site. It looks like there's a crossfire in logs, but unfortunately, one is going to get caught by the defending team. Diexodus is still in this position. They know he's here. They've seen this turret, but they aren't going to clear his position.
Sharon's going to get the kill.
Stable the shot and get the kill through.
Last player standing.
Wow. Blank, clean up the round, and that is a round for the defenders. I mean, that is the kind of start you need for this half. You want the 9-5, you want the 6-9, right? You want to keep going. Building these rounds one by one is it's the only way back into this game, right? You can't focus on winning the game, you need to focus on winning the round. Right. And it seems like that's the mentality that low elo Sentinels is picking up right now. I mean, they need this win right now.
I'm honestly really excited now because I was getting really nervous with that 0607 because that's a really hard place to crawl yourself back up from. As this round starts, we're going to see something a little bit different from Diexodus with the sniper, and he's going to barely miss. Just barely. But he doesn't have that contact with the Outlaw, but we're hoping so bad that he can get that pick off because we want to see it continue into that 9-5. Waiting a little bit on contact, though. We're being patient.
And we're seeing the value of the double smokes come in. I mean, they've smoked long in a way where they could be in several tiers of scaling in. So it looks like it's going to be fast running to 2 kills from Neshi.
Wow,
it's going to fast be pushed into B, and Neshi shuts it down. He doesn't want anything of that.
Time for the reload. He had time for that reset, and we're going to see some action from Danny right now, but is it going to be... Oh, and Danny goes down.
One guy stuck in the cubby.
Wow.
I mean, it's a 2v4 situation, but 2 people are low. So I would say that this is still winnable.
This is winnable. Crystal's got the clutch gene. It's somewhere in her body, and everybody here has the clutch gene. But there is something about it.
How did I go live there? How did I go live there?
I don't know. I was trying not to talk about it. This is a 2v2.
And they're low.
Oh, this is really scary because we're looking at 10 health on the Crystal right now.
Oh my gosh, they need to clear her out here. This spot is deadly.
This is a really bad spot to be because it looks like Crystal's being totally patient. Crystal is totally fine just hanging out here. But everybody is low except for Ego right now. And are we going to see that contact? And Ego's going to get one. Is Ego going to get the last? We don't know. And Ego goes down by the hands of Soli. But who is going to come out on top?
Does she read it? I think she knows.
I think she knows. Does she know? I don't think she does. She doesn't know. Turn around.
She doesn't know the other side?
Ring around the rose together. What? She takes it. Fantastic. That's a 9-5. Wow.
Incredible clutch by Soli.
She heard you.
Yeah,
she heard you.
That's my girlfriend.
We love to see it, but we're seeing that 9-5 right now. This is the comeback we were hoping for. I will say, fantastic. I'm looking at Danny's stats right now, and 14, 8, 10 assists. That's a battle sage. I love it. I'm having such a great time watching this gameplay because I really just don't think I've had a game this fun in so long.
This is proof that rank doesn't mean everything, right?
So true.
We're clutching out rounds versus players that are far above our rank. It's all about team coordination. Rank doesn't mean anything.
Rank, in theory, means nothing, but we're seeing it right now because we're seeing the gameplay. We're seeing the reads from these people who are supposed to be lower ranks, but it doesn't matter because if you're connecting and you're winning your clutch, rank never mattered in the first place.
Quick kill with the shorty there, pretty quirky. It looks like it's a 4v3 scenario with an advantage for the Palabok Paladins. I mean, this is what we expected on the rifle round. Hopefully they can steady up the position and get a plant down, and oh, the plant's already down. I'm trolling. They just need to steady up their positions, play their crossfires with their superior weaponry. This should be a cleanup round if they keep their fundamentals straight.
Are we gonna see that connection? Oh, Nichols is gonna take Honey Green Tea down. But oh, this is so interesting because we're looking at a 2v4, but it's not impossible until he is down. It is gonna go the way of the 10. That is a really scary place. I would be sweating right now if I was low elo Sentinels because 10-5 looks a lot worse than 9-4 does in my opinion. Not impossible. I've seen it happen before.
Yeah, I want to call out Nichols for his great entry in that position. He is getting in there, he's flicking around, he's clearing all the angles for his team. He's making it easy so that the players who have more experience than him can clean up on these rounds. And I can't commend it enough how important that entry is. I mean, the whole team from Palabok Paladins is playing amazing, and there's no one negative.
Standing ahead.
10-5. It's a great game so far, but we need to see
a great team. Wow, let's hope for another one right here, because that would be great for her team to get up to that 10-6. I don't know though, because it looks like they're just willing to back off and be patient with it, because it's been working in the last couple rounds. There's no reason to not be patient, because the Paladins, like, they've shown their versatility, but right now we're seeing that blind. And oh, Dioxidus with the kills. He's gonna get another one. He doesn't get it. Danny takes him down.
Get another. So tragic in that position. You want to get more than one, but sometimes one is all you can ask for. It's called a one and done for a reason.
Seriously, you got yours. You should get everybody else's too, but if you're good for one, at least you're good for one.
The plant coming down, solely gonna take off the A bomb site. Crystal in this lurk position, she loves these spots where it's just tight angles, you're less likely to clear it, and you can be the spoiler for the round. She hears them drop in, gonna take her timing onto. Oh.
Not again! Oh wow!
Taking out the two best players.
Last player standing.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's a 1v1.
Gotcha, fun.
Who's gonna take it? It is gonna probably
One enemy
wow! We're looking at.
Can he spot the second?
Will he? What? And Danny gets the kill.
Barely misses the shot.
Wow.
Just barely. That's gonna haunt him later on.
It definitely would. I want to give my props.
It was a great try. It was a great try. Go
Seriously.
ahead.
No, I just want to give my props to Nichols, like you were saying, because to see Nichols on a duelist rather than Fade is such a change in his demeanor in the game, and I love to see it. It's fantastic, like what this will do to change a person, and it's really showing in his gameplay and how he's leading his team as an entry with the flashes, with the mollies. You're really seeing the action that you would love to see from a Phoenix on your own team, and I love it.
Yeah, the aggressiveness from the entry is definitely makes you play different. It makes you play different for sure. But let's get into this round. Looks like it's a 4-hit through long. Come on, let's go! The ult's coming in, just straight utility coming through. Full blind, stuck in the molly, his own molly.
And Nichols gets a kill! Oh, wow, we are looking at that 5v4 because the Phoenix ult is checked out here with the info he needed. If we go to 12-5 here, this could be really dangerous. But the spike is down, we're looking at a redo, everybody's kind of moving around. Ooh, solely with the contact on Ego, it's looking like a 4v3. We do have 2 ults from low elo Sentinels right now, and we are seeing that Sage revive. Maybe she wants to get to the Omen body. Maybe she wants to wait. Maybe if we make it to 12-5, this could get really crazy.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to invest these ults in this round. I mean, you are at a round differential, but another thing to note is the gun differential right now. Like, I don't know if you would even be able to support a Gecko ult with securing a kill, so... Unable to find a kill.
One enemy remaining.
Can't get 2, and yeah, that's a pretty clean round.
That's a 12-5.
12-5. I know a team that lost a 12-5 once.
I do too.
You know one too?
I do know one. That's so crazy how that happened.
Yeah, I know a team that's lost a 12-5 once upon a time, so nothing's impossible. Right? Maybe one of these teams is Energy, maybe one of these teams is Cloud9. You know what I mean?
We never know.
Who's to say? Who's to say?
You'll see some crazy things in your time watching Valorant, and now is no exception. We might see the switch up here.
Yep.
We could see some crazy stuff go down. There is a blueprint way this goes. But I'm not going to say it because there's a jinx in there somewhere. We're going to let it happen. We're going to see what goes down, because if we can get to 12-6, that could be a huge turning point for low elo Sentinels as this round starts. We're looking at Crystal up mid. Everybody else is kind of feeling their way up C right now. What do we think is going to go down?
We have 3 ults. I'm guessing it's going to be a retake scenario from the side of low elo Sentinels. I don't think they're going to want to give them full setups. And I think that Honey Green Tea is probably calling, let's play retake, just do the jiggles. Yeah, and another thing to note here is the op is online for a clean shot from Solly onto Danny Dragons, and it's gonna turn into an A hit from Palabok Paladin.
I'm really excited to see an A hit because I feel like where they've been minimal, they've been so oppressive this season. hits have been on one side or another. Somebody completely takes over, and like you were saying, a swarm of bees on either side, and they take the site and they will not give it up. We are seeing that KO Util, hostiles being detected. We really don't know how this is gonna go. Spike is down though, and Jay and his team is in such a good position. Crystal's gonna get 2 there. Gonna go 3 with 3 of them. Is she gonna? She doesn't take the 4th. Sharon wasn't willing to give it to her, but we're looking at so many headshots on the kill feed right now. Everybody is in top
1 enemy
shape.
remaining.
Is she gonna get it though? And Ego takes it, and that is the game.
Attackers
Are
win.
the killers of the team.
Wow.
Sentinels, unfortunately, will go down 2-1 to Palabok Paladins. Congratulations to Palabok Paladins.
Wow, what a great
AdoVAL,
game.
First invitational winners. Congratulations. I mean, it's a momentous occasion.
It really is. I honestly think this has been so much fun, and I'm seeing so much in these players, and I've seen sides of everybody playing this game that we haven't seen before. And I'm really happy to see it, because it's so cool. Like, even just in, like,
you guys.
I don't know. I loved everything that we saw, and I just think that it's so cool to see our friends play each other in a competitive setting like this.
I think we've seen players bloom in a way we haven't seen. There was great moments from every single player on both teams. It was a great
Definitely.
competition, and I think a lot of people got their first tournament experience out of this.
I think so too.
And so I think it's something that I am very grateful to all the players and all the staff, my crew back here, helping me with the production. So in the future, I want to do more of this AdoVAL. What do you think is the biggest takeaway from this event?
I think my biggest takeaway is, even though technically this is a first for virtually everybody here, I think everybody had a great time, and I hope everybody had a great time, because casting this event was so much fun, and I really just think all of these games came out so well.
Yeah.
Like, every game was played to the fullest, and it just felt like I was on the edge of my seat, all 3 of them, and I was so excited to go to map 3 because we didn't know what to expect. It was awesome. I had such a fun time. Thank you guys so much for watching.
It was a great event. AdoBoy's first invitational. I mean, this concludes it.
It really does.
So it was a great series. We got to see all 3 maps. It was wonderful. Again, another big shout out to all the players for asking and being down to play. It was an amazing experience.
Yeah, thank you to all the players for playing with us. I had such a great time watching you guys play. It's almost making me inspired to re-download the game at this point, but I think I do better as a viewer. But I really do have to hand it to everybody who played. Everybody did so fantastic. Everybody deserves their flowers. I really enjoyed all of this. It was so much fun.
All right, I'm G-Sun.
My name is Kana.
And we are signing out. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. Bye.